Hello and welcome to Penny for a Tale. Tonight we are running episode 39 of our Pathfinder 2nd Edition game. This is the Age of Ashes adventure path. But before we get into tonight's sponsors, let's reintroduce our cast, starting with Mr. Smith.
Hello, I'm Mr. Smith. I play Rune Ravenswood, the extremely spent wizard who desperately needs more spells.
Desperately. Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I play the Vesperin, the sea elf rogue, who doesn't need more spells and is doing fine otherwise, but is incredibly worried about her man.
Oh, yeah. It's a tragedy what's going to happen, really. Sam.
Good way to start. Hey guys, I'm Sam. I'll be playing Aghi, the half-orc barbarian, who's underground and doesn't like it.
It's going to get worse.
No.
Daniel.
Hi guys, I'm Daniel. I'm directing tonight and playing Sailix Lavendale, the crestfallen Phoenix Thronebreaker, whatever the hell you want to call him, who is about to die from crystal overgrowth.
And Spence.
Hi, I'm Spence, and I'm playing Monica Freerunner, who apparently has 42 hit points now, somehow. I was at 30 when we last left, so that's better. Yeah.
I'm also baffled about that, how that happened, but we'll see how it goes. Did I get everybody? Yeah, I think I did. Well, I'm Ian. I will be your GM tonight. Tonight's session is brought to you by Smiteworks, the creators of Fantasy Grounds Unity. So everything that we're doing to the left of us is managed completely in the virtual tabletop. If you're interested in using something like that for one of your systems, go to fantasygrounds.com and check it out. Another one of our sponsors is the Only Sheet, which is an Excel-based character and party management tool for 1st and 2nd edition. It's also for Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 and 5th edition. If you're interested in using Excel off of a virtual tabletop to manage like your party or even just character planning, I highly recommend the Only Sheet for that. Our music is Rock Narden, and our ambient tracks between the songs is by Michael Gelfi. But let's get into tonight's game. Last thing we saw, coming out of the darkness, out of the gloom, the horrors that you saw in the city of Sagarak, Kelda, Halrig, and Pargil Longbraid, they led you to the city of Kovlar. As you guys reach the gates, is there anything that you wish to do before you approach?
Approach faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, suddenly somebody moves to stop you. Likely, probably pretty upset about your accelerating approach. An armored dwarf with a red beard. Aye, stop.
I
State
simply
your
look at her.
business.
2 escorts.
Sounds over to Vesperin.
Yeah,
What's
what
that you
about
got
her?
there?
That would be a CL.
I think,
And a good friend, the Vesperin.
Rune, I think he's talking to Vesperin about her weapons.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
He's gonna make a look at Kelda, just confused about why she would bring your kind over to this city, especially coming from Sagarak. Hey, no trouble. We'll let you in. I need the blade. Looks at Vesperin's.
She would look at Rune and just very slowly say, like, I don't think that's a good idea.
I tend to agree. Why just that one?
Clan Dagger.
Whose clan?
Clenches his jaw. Open the gates. She's coming in. She's handing it over.
No, I'm not. This is my family dagger.
You...
All right.
Gonna look at Kelda again. And then to Rune.
Here's the stakes. I've got 2 blokes here who are about ready to die, and I need to get to your Archmage to make sure that they get some help. Now, you can either stand in my way and keep us from getting this help because of a dagger, or we will have some serious problems.
I have no quarrel with you.
I know you don't. So let's not keep it that way, shall we?
Yeah, right through. The lot of you. Not her.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, there ain't no lock that exists that can keep me out at anything. So, you know, either you can keep your eyes on me and know exactly where I am and what I'm doing, and we can all continue to at least give the appearances of being friendly, like, or I can just sneak in later and then you don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Listen. The Vesperin. We're going to take these 2 into the Archmage to get them the help they need. Can't be stolen here.
I'm not the one that's fucking stolen.
I know you're not. But this argument's going to go on for a bit. Are you good with that?
I can stay with you, Vesperin, if you want.
You need to be healed, Monica.
Yeah.
I'll stay.
For what it's worth, friend, I say to the dwarf guard. Certain weapons have keepers, and Vesperin has been the faithful keeper of this weapon for many years. Don't take that honor from her. And I follow Rune, helping to try to carry, what's his face?
Yeah, Varys.
Varys, thank you.
Sailix will give Vesperin he'll give her a very loving embrace. And then like kind of clasp Aghi on the shoulder before he very roughly just picks Varys up from Monica and Rune and throws him over his shoulder.
Thank you.
I'll be back as soon as I can. Unless I see you first.
He lets you 3 through. Pardril is gonna... She's actually gonna stay out with Aghi and Vesperin. But Kelda will join the 3 of you on the way to the Guild of Spells. After all, she knows the way. She'll say, you do realize his suspicions. Where did she get that blade?
As I understand it, it was inherited.
Had it her whole life.
No, that's not true.
Fairly certain it is.
I can't believe I didn't notice it until now. It's... Right, I'm forging the hammer before the nail. Let's just get your friend's help.
Yeah, let's do that.
You lot will head south towards the Traveler's Quarter. But before we do that, Aghi, Vesperin, you're with this long braid lass. What are you guys doing as you wait here?
I mean, again, like, Vesperin's, like, pretty pissed. like, she is done. She is tired. Her man's laid up over there, and this motherfucker is standing in her way. So she's just, like, very obviously, like, running the calculations of the various ways that she could get to her objective. But, like, not saying anything. Just, like, yep, I can just that wall, that wall, that wall, or like.
How about you, Aghi?
Agi's just waiting. She with Vesperin, and when she sees like Vesperin's train of thought going to murder, she'll like put a hand on her shoulder, just like that sort of silent acknowledgement.
You notice, it seems like more guards have been summoned to the wall moments after your arrival. Just, keeping an eye on things.
Mhm.
You get the feeling that having a dwarf body in front of you is sort of protecting you too. There's a bad air about it. They're glaring at you as much as Aghi, in fact. Probably for different reasons, though. Argil, she just stands sort of in front of you. And they're not pointing weapons or anything, but there are pikes up, some crossbows, resting on the revlons of that gate, the wall.
So I guess she'd like look at the dwarf who was their traveling companion and just be like, is the added company really necessary?
If you're carrying what I think you're carrying, it is.
You mean for them
Where'd you
or
get
for
it?
us?
Where did you get it?
My father gave it to me.
What? Right. When you're ready to tell the truth.
You calling me a liar?
Sit tight. She's gonna head to the gate to talk to that guard again.
Mhm.
They argue in Dwarven.
Can I try to listen in?
Yeah. Yes, you can. In the moments that pass, though, Sailix, Rune, Modica, you do reach, following Kovlar way, all the way down to the Traveler's Quarter. Turning, you reach the Guild of Spells. This place, you haven't seen a single non-dwarf here. It's typical for human settlements or even elven settlements sometimes to be a bit diverse, but that's not the case here in Kovlar. To the extent that even the architecture reflects their short height. You haven't entered any buildings, but judging by the look of the structures in front of you, you imagine you're going to have to crouch a little bit. What do you guys do as you reach the Guild of Spells?
Curse being tall for the first time in his life.
Praise being short for the first time in her life. Just try to get somebody's attention to say, excuse me, we could use some help.
Rune's looking at their guide. Who are we looking for?
I suppose Fromgar, he'll help you if he even knows anybody with this condition. They go to him, but they don't. Yeah, let's just find him, right?
What was that name again?
Fromgar. Just ask for the Archmage.
We're gonna go for the first reception-looking place.
Yeah. As you head in there.
I'll be
Well,
checking over my shoulder at Sailix, making sure that he's okay, making sure that his son is still breathing. I still have stabilize ready to go if we need it.
All right. How can I help you?
Looking for the Archmage.
Aye. How can I help you?
Looking for the Archmage. I've got two people here who've got crystals growing out of their skin, and he can help us.
All right. Let's see the billing. Where is that? And he's ruffling through some papers. You hear the creak of the drawers. He's trying to find some way to charge you money for this thing you have the audacity to request. And then he glances, seeing Sailix.
Crystals growing out of their skin.
One of them is having trouble breathing. We have funds. We just need to make sure that they are saved.
Oh, yeah. And then he just gets up without saying a word, coming down the stairs, one step and one grunt at a time. In sort of archmage's robes, you would imagine. It's actually a little bit on the austere side, given his status. Everything is braided. He's close to braiding his eyebrows. They're so bushy, but he makes his way down and puts on a monocle. And what do we...
Hello, Archmage.
The crystal growing out of Varys's nose. Where'd you find this poor lot?
Well, this is his son, and he started growing crystals first, as far as I know.
Okay, and where is his wings?
He hasn't grown into them yet.
Right. Have you prepared a will, dear father?
What?
Tell me how to fix this.
If you're wishing to ease the pain, I have reagents.
I am wishing to remove these crystals. I have their source.
They must have been affected for weeks. It's too late.
They've only been affected to a day.
A day?
A few hours for the young one. The older one, just over a day, or about a day.
Come. He's gonna wobble up the stairs. Open the door that he came from. You guys follow.
Sailix gonna look
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I'm crawling.
Do you want me to carry him?
Nope. He'll just kind of drop Varys and drag him by his foot.
Oh my god, stop that. And I pick up his head so he doesn't hit his head on the floor.
Rune will call on his familiar Corvus to allow him to recast humanoid form and adjust his size.
On your way in, he has a large desk. It's made of stone. In fact, you've seen very few things here actually made of wood. But he'll move an abacus to the side. This thing is massive. Looks like almost like a king-size bed or something. He's got all sorts of projects and blueprints. You're right, lay him down.
Sailix will lay him down.
Oh, dear, you're affected too.
Oh, you're picking up on that, huh?
The entire family.
Rune will hover out the key. I believe this is the source.
There's but one way. And he starts flipping through a book. It's a naturalist book. There's sketches, a couple of watercolor paintings.
What language is it in?
Dwarven.
Oh, fuck.
Can Rune catch anything in it?
Yeah, everything's fungal. It looks like some mycology textbook. Oh, right, there it is. And he'll turn the tome and sort of slide it just past the feet where Varys is laying towards Rune. This little makeshift workshop of his. Myco lilies. I'm fresh out. They're fickle. You'll need to find them and bring them to me.
How many and where?
As many as you can find within a candle mark. It's out at the lake.
When you say the lake, you're referring back to where we came from, aren't you?
No.
That desolated city.
That'd be a
Where's
death
it going?
sentence of its own. We have a lake.
Oh, right. I think I saw something like it as we walked in.
Blue crab.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it in the water, on the water, or on the shore?
With luck, it'll be floating.
Is it rare, uncommon, or common?
This time of year, you shouldn't have a problem, but you must be careful out there.
What is out there that we need to be careful of?
It's always something new.
Great.
Of course it is.
Do you have anyone who can heal me real quick?
Sailix is walking out the door at this point.
Sailix.
Well, yeah, we should have services, yes.
Monica, get yourself healed. I'll follow Sailix.
I'll stay here and help if I can.
See if you can get him to agree to allow our friends through the gate with Balgora.
I don't know that I'll have any... All right.
Do the
I'll
best
try.
you can.
Be safe.
Always. Mostly.
I just roll my eyes at him and go looking for how to get myself healed.
Rune will run to catch up with Sailix.
Sailix, on your way down, yeah, you did see what looked like the opening in the cavern that would lead way to maybe a body of water. There's no glimmer because there's no sunlight in here. In fact, it's actually remarkably dark. If not for the forges and the hearths, you actually probably wouldn't be able to see anything here. Some bioluminescence
Dark vision.
from various sources, but yeah, you're gonna struggle if you don't have low light vision.
May not have greater dark vision, so would that work?
Oh, perfect. Oh yeah,
And Rune's got dark vision.
excellent. So the only thing that you're robbed of is the sense of color. This place is quite gloomy in the dark like that. But where do you go?
Towards where the body of water would be.
All right. North of the gate, just by the barricade, a sizable guard has emerged to try to, just keep tabs on the situation. And by the situation, I mean the Vesperin. Pardriel, she's arguing with the guard, but it looks moot. What do you guys do?
Go ahead.
Is it just the two of us, or are Rune and Sailix coming this way?
No, they're
Okay.
Yeah, no, you haven't seen anybody return.
So I guess my question is, like, does it, from what I can hear of the argument, does it seem like, what's her name? Who I keep forgetting. Does it seem like she's at least sort of arguing on my side, or is it just like?
It's back and forth. Dwarven, to know the language isn't really to know the nuances of maybe this particular region, so it's hard to tell what they're really upset about, except now you hear a word mentioned by name, Balgora.
And how is Balgora responding to this?
Daniel, how is Balgora responding to this?
Just open their bellies and let the entrails fall out. Bathe in their blood and let them know reason of not keeping us out. Shadow will fall on the rest of this city. Do it now.
So I feel like she's getting more on edge as all this is happening, right?
I would imagine so.
And, again, just like looking and taking stock at the guards and everything, she would like look back at the other two and just be like, all right, so listen, you got two people that I care a great deal about. And again, I don't give a fuck how many you want to have watching me, but I need to go be with them. And I'm going to do that one way or another. So at least if you do it the nice way, then we can all, again, keep going on our merry fucking way and not have to deal with all this fuss and mess and bullshit.
We're not letting you in. Not with your hands on that. That dagger is not of your clan, and it's not welcome.
So annoying.
Fucking stubborn, aren't they, V?
Right, there it is. He calls out. There's somebody who comes around.
Mm-hmm.
A large steel chest dropped at the feet of this gate. He opens the gate again, picks up this chest, and sort of just lays it at your feet. He's holding a key. It's iron. Put Balgora in it.
Don't you dare. I will murder everybody you love if you put me in that goddamned box.
No.
We are not worth the risk to our citizens. He'll just set the key down beside this chest, and he'll leave it there, and he'll go back to his side of the closed gate.
V, they're not gonna let you in.
That's fine. They don't have to. You go in, check on them. I'll meet up with you eventually.
If that's the way you want to do it.
It's not the way I want to do it, but they're gonna be fucking cunts about it. This is what we got to do, yeah?
Yeah. See if they let me through the gate. Aghi will walk forward past Vesperin towards the gate.
He'll open it, but he'll look up at you, craning his neck. He'll be good then. Huh? He's obviously targeting you there.
Yeah. Oh, she's just gonna keep walking.
Mm-hmm.
Not one drop of blood. And where do you go?
Oh shit, she can't see a thing.
Oh yeah, there are a couple of ever-burning torches. They happen to actually be your only guide here. You get a few paces in. Now you can see the outlines, some little fires off in the distance, but that's just all you see.
See, Aghi like walks in and she just like stops for a moment. She's like, fuck. Can she grab a torch?
Yeah, you'll notice about 100 feet away. It's pretty dark. There's somebody holding a torch, actually, over in a barracks, just ahead, as you make your way through the gate. Maybe you could ask nicely. They won't hate half orcs, right? I mean, I'm
Right.
sure they're friendly. But I'll need a reflex save if you're walking over to just
God.
account for the fact that you're walking fully in the dark, or virtually in the dark.
I hate this whole thing so much.
Perfect. Look at you.
Finally.
You've no issue there.
Nah, her eyes are just set on that light.
How can I help you, ma'am?
She nods towards the torch. Could I borrow that?
Sure. You notice he's drawing something. Aghi might not know this, but it's a known fact that To see in the dark is to forfeit the ability to see color. Whatever he's working with, he's trying to catch some cues. Otherwise, he wouldn't need a light source. Obviously, they're scarce in this city. So he hands it to you.
Aghi seems surprised that he just handed it over.
Oh, what's that? Kindness from a dwarf. Don't look so shocked.
Yeah. Well, she looks around. Thanks.
He'll head around and you see him go into the barracks.
She'll look around again and she'll wait. Do you know where the where did they go? Probably a healer. Where are the healers here?
All right, first things first. You need to head to the Traveler's Quarter. See this road? Look down. Notice it's paved with red bricks down the middle. It's just a thin line that follows all the way to the gate that you came from. That should be clear enough. Just take it. It'll take you where you need to go. It's well lit over there for your kind. Not your kind, just those who can't see. But they'll be able to heal you up. You've got going?
Yeah. Some.
Excellent. Well, it's been a long forge day. I need to get going.
Yeah, she'll follow the path. She has no fucking clue what's going on.
Yeah, and as you're headed there, supposedly you're following it until you reach a place called the Traveler's Quarter. You have no idea what you're looking for, but serendipitously, you see Rune, Sailix,
God, thank goodness.
and Monica. Sailix is taking point. He's probably several paces
I
ahead.
didn't leave the place, by the way.
Okay.
I stayed there with the Archmage to try to get healed up and watch over things.
Excellent. So mostly you'll see Rune. You saw Sailix turn the corner by the time you actually could see with your torch, but you'll meet the intersection with Dear Wizard. Go ahead.
I fucking hate dwarven cities.
Aghi, are you all right? Where's the Vesperin? He looks very concerned.
They won't let her in with Valgora, so I came to see if Sailix was fine, but looks like he's
doing his headstrong thing, trying to save his son. We have to go find some lilies, apparently.
all right. Let's go find some lilies.
Yeah.
Much better than following the road.
Sorry, I don't have a spare spell. I'd give you some sight.
Got a torch.
Does
She'll raise it up.
Does Sailix hear Aghi? Could he hear from where he's at?
Yeah.
He'll
It's not very quiet.
He'll just use Halo, and within 60 feet around him, it's blindingly bright.
That is such an awkward shift between the two.
Nightlight now. All right. So what are
All right,
these
so
lilies
apparently
for?
there are unknown nasties floating about this lake of theirs. The lilies should be floating on top, and I've got a fly left in me. I know you can fly, Sailix. Yeah?
Just kind of look at his wings I suppose.
I wasn't sure if the stones would weigh you down.
Well, haven't tried since they got this bad, so we'll figure it out when I take a jump.
Aghi, do you mind looking along the shoreline to see if you see any lilies floating near the coast?
Can do.
Rune will take flight as well.
Oh, angel boy. What are you... God bless it. You notice an old dwarven woman comes wandering out as you sort of approach the shore of this underground lake. Yeah, do you have a... Could you... perhaps... dim it. You know, she's just sort of shielding her eyes there, that piercing.
He'll look to Aghi. Where is she at?
Behind you, some amount.
Oh.
As you guys are flying towards this.
Yeah, I'd guess he'll dim it.
She'll again wave the torch she has.
Oh, traveler's quarters that way. You missed it.
Oh, I
quite
found
easy
who
to
I was
fall.
looking for.
What brings you to Lakeside? Old woman staring at you, Sailix.
Oh, she's talking to me. I thought she was talking to Aghi. The flowers.
Gesturing broadly, sort of showcasing the lack of flowers in this cave. Even so much as just gesturing up. You look up a couple 100 feet. Rocks, some fungus, and no flowers to be seen. And she looks at you as if she's pitifully glancing at a drug addict.
The lilies, woman. Where are the lilies?
Yeah, 2 silver. I have a boat. I'll take you out there.
He like opens his wings like fully spanned out. He's like, does it look like I need a boat?
1 silver and point in the direction.
Aghi looks at her lack of wings.
She points directly over the lake.
Oh,
It goes off. Even dark vision won't really account for seeing
The
that
distance.
far. Yeah.
Tosses her a silver. Straight that way then, yeah?
Yeah. What about you, Aghi? What do you do?
she gets picked up and flown away.
No,
with.
no. It's like, Sailix, I'd be fucking useless out there. I can't see a damn thing. And how are you going to fight holding me?
I would throw you at them.
Yeah, and then I won't be able to see. It's just going to have to be you and Rune.
Look at Rune.
He shrugs. Sorry, mate.
All right. Well, Monica's at the Traveler's Quarter. You should head there. Varys is there as well, so.
It's a building called the Spell something.
Better not fucking die underground. She's just like going to walk off.
Aghi's headed to the Guild of Spells then, huh?
She thinks so.
Rune, what form are you in?
Oh, he's just he cast a fly spell, and he's
okay.
he is simply slightly shorter to account for the size of everything else right now.
Right. And you two just head over this lake then, huh?
Just cruise on out.
Terrible idea, but yes,
It totally is.
Yeah.
like the worst idea ever.
To save some lives. It's important. Vesperin,
Exhausted wizard and crystal
Yeah.
plagued
scanning
fighter.
the place. As you search, when you search, and you do really well, do you move about or do you stay still? Because they are watching you and they will take note of your actions here.
So at first she's just going to stay still and just kind of like get an idea of where what looks promising, I guess, you know, like because again I would assume that like not every fortification is created equally.
Interesting.
But
okay, so you're just checking the walls, huh?
well, yeah, and also, you know, again, if there's, you know, like, for example, runoff tunnels or anything like that where they get water put in or, you know, stuff like that, or places where the guard is light, so someone can like scale a wall really easily and slip through. And so like if I get an idea of where that is, then I feel like she would, basically do something where she can get out of sight. So like I know if I have to, I have like the create a distraction thing with deception, but I can also just literally go slightly further back. But and then yeah, just like sneak over and investigate further how to get in.
I made a tower crafting check for you as you're looking at this. You discovered these walls. They have magical wards on them. Very powerful. It's hard to see if you're not looking for it specifically. The wizard might not have even noticed the barrier at all. But there's something strange about it. You don't know why it's here. It's not
I
common.
do have detect magic as a passive cantrip.
Right. Yeah, and then now that you've seen it, it'd be like a disco ball without a light on in the room. You don't know what it's really supposed to do unless you're actually specifically staring at it. But suddenly, you notice there are wards all about this wall, all along, from cave wall to cave wall. They're magical, but you don't know why. They've settled a little bit, making these like patrol rounds. But it's going to be quite a feat if you're trying to actually sneak on in there, because you can't find any hidden entrances.
Okay. And it's still very, very dark. Only I had the dark vision goggles. Oh, thank you for the hero point, Sarah.
Ooh, noted.
Jack gave Vesperin a hero point.
Oh God. Can I attempt diplomacy?
Yeah, you could attempt.
Okay.
'Cause he'll keep pestering you about it. It's not too late, you know. You could even get it when you come back.
Look. Again. Obviously, you know what this thing is about. And you've seen by now the control I have over it. Since, you know, obviously it's air and not whacking away at everyone. I cannot say that it would be safer in your little box than here where it's been. And that's the thing. I don't want that on my conscience.
This is a hill you're going to die on.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. Didn't want to get the Guild of Arms involved, but we'll do it that way, huh? He's going to shut the gate again behind him. Seems rather mad. Out on the water. Rune, how long is your spell for flight going to last?
Oh, that's a great question. A grand total of 5 minutes.
Well, as you notice, a few minutes into your flight, sort of Flying around, I take it you're looking for these myco lilies. You saw it in the diagram. You'll know what they'll look like. They're they look nothing like lilies, but they're impossible to miss. These orange blobs. It's actually more like lichen, just sort of drifting on the top of this still lake. Time's running out, and you do have enough time to head back and land before you enter the water, but you do notice that woman is on a boat rowing out.
Sailix is just like hovering. Son of a bitch.
Just rowing.
Like, he'll look to Rune and be like, you handle that. I'm going to keep going ahead.
Rune will float down to the boat.
You having trouble there, wizard?
Not really, no.
Well, I presume you're looking for these. She sort of just glances at these patches, these orange blobs just drifting in the dark, still water.
Above or just below the waterline?
Well, they're floating on top.
Yeah. Those would be the things I'm looking for.
Well, and she'll just produce like a netted bag.
And how many of you acquired so far?
How many do you need?
How many of you acquired? And we'll start there.
And you look, there's just 2 other bags full of these lilies as they call them. They had to get created because there's so many funguses, and it's a little bit boring if you just live in a world where the only vegetables that you ever see are literally fungus. But yeah, actually 3 bags beside her.
So before Sailix gets too far away, Rune will use the cantrip message to let him know that he's found lilies.
Oh, great. Sailix will start heading back.
Now, to be fair, message only goes 120 feet. So that's why Rune wanted to do this quickly. I'll let Ian judge if it made it or not.
Message, okay. I don't think Sailix has gone that far away.
So, oh, that's good.
Yeah, I think you're doing good, except that the boat bumps a little bit as that message is received. She looks around. She curses something gnarly in Dwarven, and then another bump. This place has been still until now. And you have
what's coming after us, if I may ask, ma'am?
The boat rocks again. She looks around.
Are we going to get eaten?
No, you can kill, right?
I can certainly try if I know what I'm killing.
Get ready to do it. Suddenly, poking its head out. Starting, you just see 2
Fucking
eyes.
hate this city.
First, creeping up, slitted things. You see a little tail in the background, poking out those sharp fangs. And then another one off in the distance, and then they sort of just dip back in, and you realize how impossibly dark and gloomy the water is, because as soon as they go in, only inches from the surface, they just disappear. And she just starts to row back to Kovlar as fast as she can. You don't realize how far out you've gotten until right about now. You can see only the ripples of the waves as they just sort of creep towards this boat. But we'll cut back to you. We'll get back.
Oh, thanks, mate. I appreciate you, Ian.
Hi.
You're healed up.
I'm stitched up.
At least partially. Yeah.
So basically, I've been using my junk tinkerer because since I knew that there was he had stopped breathing at some point. So Monica's like trying to find bits and things to create a valve in case we need to like put a shunt into his lungs so that he can breathe. And it just like been solely focused on I gotta keep this kid alive.
Yeah, the Archmage, she'll sort of slink back when he notices that you're trying to take over here.
I'm not
You
trying
see-
to take over. I'm just trying to do something because doing nothing is terrifying.
No, you've got it.
I've seen too many people hurt like this, and I'm sorry. I know this is your forte, but I can't.
He sort of twirls his eyebrow. Aghi, you finally reached this place at the direction of probably half a dozen suspicious dwarves milling about the city. But what do you do when you arrive?
Just goes in. She probably double checks the sign, making sure that she actually got the right place this time. Enters the shop.
You would probably hear Monica like panicking upstairs, just gibbering.
Yep, immediately head towards that sound.
Ferris is on the table. Notice his nose is split open by the bridge, and there's a green, a red, and a blue crystal sticking out off in separate directions. He's stable, but he's not conscious.
Can she inspect him just to see, I guess there's that nose growth that's new, but just she just pulls the gloves back on. She can't heal him, but she at least wants to see what she can do.
Right. Yeah, what kind of check do you want to make for that?
Let's do probably just a medicine check.
I like it.
I can help if you like, and just like point out what I've already found out from the Archmage. Because I think that would let you roll with advantage or something.
See.
No, I wouldn't do advantage. I mean, if anything, I would just give a bonus.
Got it. Okay.
I think that's actually a flat D20 check. I don't know how that action works.
Okay.
Aghi, it looks rough. You don't know what's causing this thing, or how much it's spread.
Yeah. If
According to Rune, it was some
helps.
sort of ooze. Yeah.
Forgot to add that.
It's truly tough to say with that, but he does whimper a bit.
She just curses and sits down next to him and holds his hand.
Oh. Did you know him? The Archmage says.
No.
Oh, we know his father.
Putting on some surgical gloves. His father, is he a tough type?
Nah.
Most of the time. He tries to be, anyway.
By the looks of it, he's about to lose his son.
We can't let that happen.
You think I've let the rest happen, then?
You've got me here. We have 2 minds now instead of 1.
Let's hope they return.
Anything you can do in the meantime?
Keep him breathing.
You notice his hands are shaking. He's pulling on these surgical gloves. I need a steady hand.
Do you have mine?
I
You're
was
not
just staring
surgeon.
at him.
Say again?
If you mess this up,
Then it's on me. It's like a shroud falls over Monica, and like her eyes are less alive, and it's almost like getting battle ready. Tell me what you need.
he's gonna lay down a leather wrap. Opens to reveal surgical tools. The crystals will keep growing. Keep removing them. do that for a couple of hours, and then you watch him die.
All right. I will put on surgical gloves if there are extra ones. And I'll put on an apron. Carry and guide my hand. And
Give me a medicine check.
yeah. And I have battle medicine. Oh, that just allows me to do treat wounds. So never mind. All right, medicine.
Does Aghi know how good you are at medicine?
You've seen me in the when we met up at Kailung.
Mm-hmm.
You saw me take over the triage tent. And also I gave you a lot of medical advice, like as far as herbs and stuff go.
Yeah. Am I allowed to ask what your bonus is?
My bonus is a where is it? It's a 17.
Okay. All right. We're about the same then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
North
if
of
Aghi can
Kovlar.
assist.
Yeah. You may attempt. North of the gate. Vesperin. Do you have a plan?
Let's see. Oh God. So the dudes left. And the walls are magic.
Make a perception check for me. Yeah.
Okay.
The walls indeed are magic. You can also make an Arcana check if you would like. In addition.
In
the walls are
addition
magic.
or instead of?
In addition.
Okay. So perception. Fuck yes. And Arcana. Okay.
Okay. Arcana. Perception.
Mm-hmm.
You notice something. This would be out of the line of sight of all of your lovely dwarven friends that are so suspiciously watching you. But as you look back, you're trying to find like maybe there is a way to route over and really get into the city. You see something, a robed figure floating. Just graciously floating in the air, two glowing white eyes.
Does this robed figure look familiar?
Not at all.
Oh. Oh no.
Give me Balgora.
Do the other dwarves see this?
No, it's out of their line of sight. It's down in a cave, and it's so far away. You don't even know if your eyes are just playing tricks on you, except you do hear that. As if maybe a message spell. It's like right in your ear.
Oh man. Oh, that's so. Oh my god. Okay. Let's see.
This thing behind you, in front of you, dwarves, equally dangerous probably to you right now. It sounds like they're both after the same thing, though.
Yeah.
Balgora does not belong to you. Return it.
And that's the figure saying that?
Yeah.
And it wants me to put it in the box.
No, its hand is reaching out, like it wants you to give it to him.
Oh no. Like, she knows enough not to trust people in robes. Okay, so I feel like she's just gonna like look back at the dwarves and be like, so hey, question.
Yeah.
Any chance are there any, evil specters on you?
If you'd come into the city, we'd explain.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would come in if, some motherfuckers would let me in.
We'll let you in on one condition.
Mm-hmm.
That shouldn't be too hard. That dagger's cursed. You can take the damn chest with you as you go. Don't trust it in your hands, though.
All right. And she would very begrudgingly do that, but it's very clear she's constantly double checking to make sure it's staying there.
All right. So you put it in the chest, huh? And lock it up?
Yeah.
Shuts it. That's a good sign. Well, welcome to Kovlar. You need a torch? He'll hand you an ever-burning torch. I see the road. Follow it. Leads to the traveler's quarter. And the key's yours. He hands you the key to the chest itself.
So, why all the fucking games then? As she very quickly gets inside, away from the creepy robe thing.
Take him up on the offer before he changes his mind.
Yeah.
We have to know you're to be trusted. If you were to die for that thing, we'd have to get you first.
I mean, again, it's less that and more I don't trust it. Do not.
Wait till you figure out what it is.
I got some ideas.
You haven't a clue. He's gonna head up a ladder back to the top of the gate, leaving you your devices. But where do you head? Where are you going?
I guess she would go towards the Archmage's area, because that's the last place that she knew everybody was heading.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll get back to that. For now, we're on the lake again.
Oh, back to the shit show. All right.
Yeah. I'll go ahead for initiative.
Yeah.
Well, at least we got those extra hero points. Thanks,
Rune, you're
chat.
first. Yeah, say that you got with 3 hero points right now. Rune, you've got 2. It's not that you don't need them, so.
Oh no, I wasn't. There wasn't enough points to give me one. So Rune's got 1.
Oh, gotcha. All right. You're top on the initiative. What do you do?
Oh no. All right, I'm gonna hold on to that one.
Can make a knowledge check.
That's actually a fantastic start to try and figure out what the fuck these things are. So yeah, we'll do the knowledge check. What are we at? Nature?
Nature.
Arcana?
Yeah. Nature.
Nature. All
Suspect these are maybe animals.
Maybe what?
You suspect that they're probably animals, so it is a knowledge
Oh
nature.
yeah.
I think that is a success. All right. What are you trying to know about these things?
Weaknesses. We'll start there.
No weaknesses to speak of.
All right. If I get another question, we'll try resistances.
Also none to speak of.
All right. And beyond that, we're looking at what are they? What kind of attacks do they have?
Yep.
Are there any surprises that Rune would be aware of?
Yeah, I mean, as far as surprises, these things look really sneaky. As you were looking about, you almost wonder if they have some sort of supernatural talent for trying to hide. The fact that you didn't see them until now is remarkable, given your skills at spotting these things. So these things have the upper hand. You're playing an away game here, so to speak. Yeah, you're heavily outmatched. To say that you're on a lake about to run out of your flight, it's a bad sign for you. But with that, I think you've got 2 actions left. What do you do?
Yeah. He is going to. Oh no, he can't. He already used that one up. These options are dwindling. How far is the shore?
How far do you think you went?
Let's see.
You're only out for a couple minutes, and you weren't going directly. You were looking for something.
All right, so it'd have been at least. What would that be? 400, almost 500 feet out.
Yeah, we'll say that.
Plus minus.
Say you got a minute left of your flight. 10 rounds.
He's on the boat itself right now.
Oh, okay. So you're not okay.
Yeah, he's on the boat itself. He's not going to leave the poor woman out to back and fend for herself.
That is sweet of you.
That's a shame.
Well then, he will grab at his staff and begin casting a spell. I don't know if this woman has ever smelled ozone before, but she begins to, as the hairs on the back of her neck stand up from the electrical charge that's forming as the staff begins to spark and arc, grabbing onto Rune's body as his body begins to just melt away, leaving nothing but the form of an elemental of air and lightning. Takes on elemental form.
Vesperin, as you're walking, you'll see it. Maybe just for the lack of light, you see that crackle. It's like the calm thunderstorm, sans the rain, where you sort of see the bouncing light off in the distance. But after a while, you do remember you are indoors, so whatever's going on over there, you have no idea.
Have I seen like, I mean, again, because I have like detect magic passively and everything. Do I recognize that as being Rune's flavor of magic?
Well, Rune is known for his electricity. You saw something pretty similar, actually, in the Dreamstone.
Okay.
You went all sorts of shocky in there.
Okay.
It might just be that flashback there when you almost died. Imagine that.
And I have the chest with me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
chest to them. I mean, it really is more like a lockbox. In
Okay.
fact, you have it and the key, but the way it took maybe 11 turns for them to open it, it
Mhm.
would take quite a while.
That's fine. I just want to know, is this something that is like this big, or is it
Oh
like
yeah, no, you
this
can. Yeah, you
big?
can reasonably carry it
Okay.
with 2 hands without being hindered in your speed.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Then
but you don't have a way to stow it anywhere.
she is sprinting for there.
All right,
Mhm.
excellent. Well, Sailix.
Right. As I'm coming back, because Bruin told me that they have the mushrooms, do I see these things poking out?
Oh yeah,
Great.
popping their head out. They're both looking at that ship. Poor lady is already absolutely hauling it. Going. What's your speed?
40.
40. It'll go a quarter your speed, so you're actually going to be hindered by 10 feet if you're going in that direction. To account for the relative velocity, she's moving back towards the shore as fast as she can.
All
So
right.
you can move 30 feet in that direction.
I will do that, and I will cast Halo again, hoping to draw their attention. Since I can fly, like, without a time limit.
Right.
So I guess I will. There. And I will change Leviathan into a lance,
Excellent.
and that takes up all my turns.
Oh yeah, by the way, Ian, I would be remiss if I didn't say that that water effect is pretty badass.
Oh, thanks. That's all fantasy grounds, baby. They move closer. Sort of wrapping in, you hear the sound of scales just kind of grinding along the side of the ship. They're easily making pace with the thing, just giving you guys a chance to scoot around a little bit. You remember in a farm in Cantaria seeing maybe a cat play with a vole before killing it. It's not unlike that, except the ship, you feel sort of the pressure as their two bodies squeeze against the sides of it. But they don't attack yet. Rune. It's your turn again. What do you do?
Rune is going to be clacking a electric bolt. What did he? I'm sorry. Did he see Sailix go after one?
Sailix. Sorry, go ahead.
He's just charging towards them, but he has activated his halo, so now you have that light filling this room. You can see in the water a little bit better, and he has turned his sword into a lance.
Would Rune be able to use his 80-foot flight to help either drag or push the boat?
What form are you in?
He's in air form, so it's lightning based.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not? That's the worst.
You want to help out here?
reasoning.
Let's say you
not?
understand that you're out of your depth here. Yeah, push is propulsion. She's hauling ass, then it's not enough. So, let's say as she's making a little turnaround here, you don't hook yourself up to the back there and give it a bit of a push, right?
Sounds fair to me.
All right. What about you, Sailix?
As he is pushing the boat along, Sailix will kind of make sure he's guarding at Rune's back to make sure if they like close in on him, he can fend them off with the lance. He has that 15-foot range.
All right. So you've made your move action to close in, or are you staying where you were?
So is like when does it look like Rune is like coming like because he's closing the distance with Sailix right now, right? So as he meets up or they're
Well, head in the other direction. You were actually
okay.
out further, so you're playing catch up to get there. Yeah.
Yeah, then Sailix will charge in the rest of the way.
All right.
And if they,
Watching Rune's back, huh?
Yeah, if they try to like the beast try to like move in on him, he will strike at them. Like so he's in like a full on guard mode right now.
Like I could only describe it, maybe bubbling hyenas. You hear the snickering and the sniffling as they submerge and they maybe dip out a little bit just to rock the boat side to side. But as you get close enough, it's almost like they're offended by that. Suddenly a tail whips out towards you.
Which one of us?
Sailix.
All right.
Oof. God damn.
That'd be a hit.
That would.
The other one, emboldened by his friend, strikes you with a bite, but it is a miss. Without giving up, though, it tries to swipe with a tail, critically fails. What do you do?
He's going to do what he does best and roll to attack.
All right.
Oh, he missed though, so no point.
Rune, you can make me an athletics check.
All right.
As you navigate this thing, it rocks more and more as these things get more violent. They're no longer content with just playing with this thing. It looks like they're trying to tip it over.
I get a bonus to my athletics from the form.
Ooh, very nice.
Well, dang, you actually made it. This thing nearly tips over. Maybe it takes you a moment to realize if it did, this whole thing would be a bust. You do not want to be playing in their territory, which is under the surface, and for now you're not. As you get closer to the shore, however, you do see off in the distance an elf with a torch. They're just a couple 100 feet away from you by now. Vesperin.
Oh, fuck.
It is a mad dash to get there, but as you approach the shore, what do you do?
Okay, so they're like hundreds of feet away?
Yep.
Okay.
What's water to you, though?
I mean, yeah. But it
Just, not this water.
Water filled with monsters.
Let me see. Although I do have quick swim. So here's another question I have, Ian.
Yeah.
I have quick swim and I have the elven step thingy. Does that combo together?
It won't, but
Okay.
it sounds like it might help you as you get closer.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you do? It sounds like it's probably just a mad dash to get there as fast as you possibly can. You probably don't even really have an idea of what's going on here. With the booming light from the electricity. And
Yeah.
Sailix's halo, actually. That little chest, that lockbox in your hand, it is shaking.
Oh my god.
Rattling on the inside, wobbling,
Oh my god.
violently itching. to open.
Motherfucker. I hate these fucking doors. Like,
And you know it's
she's
going to weigh you down if you take it
Yeah.
into the water. It's going to be a whole thing. So what do? Do you leave it?
No, she is not leaving it because that's a bad thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could open it up.
Not in
11
time.
turns of a key. Yeah.
No. Is there a way to like strap it to myself?
Yeah, if you use something like your whip, or if you have some bag or rucksack of sorts, you could probably, there's a handle
Yeah.
you could
I mean, I'm a thief. I have
Yeah.
thief tools and stuff. Like,
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, she's gonna clip it to like the back of her belt or something like that.
All right.
And Sailix knows she's good at tying knots. So and
Oh boy.
yeah. Hello, Stream. How
And
are we today?
as you head into the water, you notice immediately this thing is not airtight, and it does start to slowly fill with water as you come in. So that swim is going to get more and more difficult over time, depending on how quickly you can get there. But I imagine you're heading straight towards Sailix.
Pretty
full
much.
speed. And the boat is headed towards you.
Yeah.
With that though, Sailix,
Me.
I believe it's your turn. Yeah, what do you do?
I guess he's going to try and keep them off of Rune further, but if they are, like, I guess he'll hover.
Notice they're trying to tip the boat.
Right. Shit. Guess I'll just be here in the middle. And he will attempt to attack one. Doo-doo-doo. Once. Oh, I'm not hero point at. Ugh. Yeah, no. He misses critically.
Hmm. Rune.
But just hear that peal of thunder when he connected with that first one, and then missing on the second one.
Rune.
Do I need to make another check at all?
No, not yet.
All right.
But you're still pushing this
he'll-
boat along, right?
Yeah, he will continue pushing his one action, and then for the other one, he will. Well, let's see how this works first, and then we'll see how it goes. That didn't work like I thought it would. Oh, I'm not targeting. How do I target the thing?
Should just be able to click and drag over one of the monsters on the map. That's how I do it.
Mm. Are you targeting with the action? The actual cast, or just the spell?
Well, I'm trying to cast Electric Arc,
At what
but it
level?
won't let me target the creature in Fantasy Grounds.
At what level are you targeting? Or are you casting it?
Yeah, it's just a basic reflex. DC 29.
All right. Critical success. Oh no, it's success.
Yeah, success. I believe he still takes
Half
half
damage.
damage. grand total of 9 points of damage. So yeah, as Rune is attempting to push it, just a random arc of electricity shoots off of his body at the creature. That was a shitty damage roll.
They sort of just sort of slink back in. Every once in a while, they actually do swap. They move to other sides of this boat, very much acting like it's prey. After a while, though, she's rowing as hard as she possibly can. Vesperin, you arrive. Do you make your way up to the boat? What do you do?
Okay, so, can you describe to me what I see?
There is a boat, a rowboat, operated by an elderly dwarven woman, rowing absolutely for her life, trying to make it back to shore. Maybe 150 feet to go.
Mm-hmm.
Rune was helping to propel this thing to the shore. Sailix is above, dealing with the pests below that you did see coming ahead of time because you were under the water, but you probably couldn't see them that well because of vision problems. And you know that the chest is getting heavier and heavier over time, so it's probably going to be an ease of burden for you to put it on the boat, but you're probably right where the boat meets. Yeah, you're like right on the boat.
Okay. So, yeah, then she'll, and Aghi's on the boat or no? It's just, the woman?
Yeah, it's just the woman,
yep.
Rune, and Sailix there.
Oh my
Yep.
god. Okay, then, she would, yeah, like, get on the boat and, like, look between Rune and Sailix with, like, the chest at her back as she's, like, starting to take it up and just be like, I can lead these fuckers away if one of you makes sure that this doesn't fucking go anywhere.
The chest rattles again, shaking violently. It's not like a vibration. It's this thing is bouncing from one corner to another. Balgora is begging. It used to speak in common, Taldane to you. Very rarely would you hear words in Dwarven, but it's speaking in Dwarven, asking to be released.
Like, she's just like...
You know what it wants to do here.
To do this stupid box was a fucking bad idea! And, I guess, although actually, I have an idea. She would pull out one of her, bottles of lightning and toss it to Sailix.
All right.
As she tries to help the other woman grow faster.
Oh, excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this thing just rocks 45 degrees in either direction, back and forth. You can hear these things laughing as they do it. Sailix, it's your turn. What do you do?
Well, I guess he catches the bottle of lightning for one. They're not really like paying any mind to him, though, right? They're just trying to tip the boat.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna keep focusing on the one. He'll throw the bottle, at the wounded one.
All right.
I don't have.
Is that bottle of lightning greater?
It is moderate.
Moderate. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is a ranged attack roll. Dear Sailix.
Let me... I know, 4.
I don't have any ranged attack rolls on my sheet.
That's fine. Just make a melee attack roll. I'll adjust for your proficiency.
All right. Do-do-do-do. So here's my fist roll. Oh, God damn. Just go sailing. Actually, no, I'll hero point it. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
I have enough.
It's a good opportunity.
There we go.
Ooh, that is a hit. All right. Crack. The lightning passes over. You sort of see it just like rippling out into the water. It connects with the other one. They both let out like a shriek. You see bubbling.
It
They
also
weren't angry
becomes
before. They're angry now.
flat-footed too.
Oh.
Great. That helps for this next attack.
You're welcome. Yeah, and it does 2 electricity splash damage.
Yep.
So the other one takes a little bit.
Oh.
Ah! You
Oh.
have that other hero point, right?
Yeah, this is my last one. Hopefully I don't die, guys.
Ah!
Ooh. All right.
All right.
A 19 isn't a critical hit. If that gives you an idea of the challenge that you're facing
That makes
right
me
now,
sad.
Sailix,
Yeah.
you know you're in trouble here.
And that's so wait, that's even with them being flat-footed that it's not a critical?
Oh, flat-footed will bring it down by 2. Still not a critical.
All
Damn
right.
it.
Just barely. Excellent.
Well, before he ends his turn, the lance shifts back to a sword, and he kind of side-eye looks at Rune, and he tells him, "Push faster."
What you think our eyes just sort of invert themselves from looking forward to looking backward at you. Like, what the fuck do you think I'm doing?
If an elemental form could roll its eyes.
Yeah.
God. Sailix, strike with a tail on the one that you've been battling. It's a miss. But the strange thing is it's persistent. It tries the exact same thing again. Another miss. It reflexively, it's like lunges at you, but it stops. That third attempt
Oof.
grabs you. You're grabbed. Tail whips out. Third time's the charm. Its scales poking into you, blood rushing down your legs, and it's trying to constrict you. Not that hard though, but you're still grabbed. The other one, Rune, I'm gonna need another athletics check. Actually, Vesperin, you can make it
Okay.
instead. The other one rams into the side of this boat, pushing it over. That won't be enough. Do you have a hero point?
Yes.
All right.
That's scary. Okay.
And that is enough. It attempts to capsize the ship. You manage to gracefully balance it, keeping it on the move. You're, maybe less than 100 feet now to get to the water. But with that rune,
All
it's
right.
your turn.
Less than 100 feet to the shoreline, right?
Yep.
Sailix is grabbed or captured. Also right? Okay.
Yep.
Uh,
Serpent's tail just whoosh, latched on there.
in this very sort of electronic or electrified voice, this elemental form turns, if it can, to Vesperin Can you get the boat to shore?
I can try.
As he just sort of looks to the air. Corvus, I need some help, please. And Corvus will come flying down and recast using drain bonded item elemental form to shift to a water elemental. As the electricity just sort of melts away and the form just sort of drops into the water.
These things love a chase. They'll pursue the form almost immediately. They've given up on the boat.
They're taking me with them?
Oh, yes.
Oh, son of
Yes,
a
they are.
bitch.
Oh no.
A chance to break free of that, though, when it gets to it. Rune, do you do anything else?
That double check the spell. Yeah. He'll attack the one that has Sailix.
Yeah, I want to attack on it too before it gets the
Alright.
fuck away.
Which one is it? 1 or 2?
Number 2.
Number 2? All right. And then we'll do... this. Oh, that's
Oh,
sad.
I
I,
thought that
saw a
was a
20 on my
20.
screen.
I thought it was too.
I saw 20.
I did too. I was like, oh, wait.
Oh no.
Apparently I got screwed.
Fantasy Grounds ain't having it today.
No.
Nope.
Is it my turn? Can I fight?
It sure is, Vesper.
Okay.
What do you do?
I'm gonna
Better
use...
row that damn boat.
Oh, you know what? Can I use a hero point? I got this hero point. Let me use this fucking hero
Why
point.
not?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got cheated out of that one.
We'll say Vesperin is, running over to the edge to look down, see what's happened here. Because, Sailix, sure enough, it was that thump sound as the surface tension swallows him and the wings. pulling
That's still a miss. That's
into the
fine.
water.
It's not a bad miss.
Yeah.
Is it possible to use my whip before it dodges out of sight?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Which one is
Wanna make
it?
a whip
2
attack?
or 1?
Number
2.
2. I'll make the whip attack for you.
Okay, thank you.
Because I know it's being a little
Ugh.
weird. That's a hit.
Suggestion. Let him go.
It makes a save for this suggestion.
Oof.
I will roll it into the tower.
Can I try the trip thing though? Cause it's a whip.
You won't be able to trip an aquatic
Yeah.
creature without
Okay.
limbs. But I will tell you, the latching on from the whip, maybe it did help. Maybe the suggestion worked. You don't know. Sailix, you make it to the surface. These things disappear into the water.
Yeah, he's going to climb up onto the boat and try to take back off into the air after getting his footing underneath of him.
She'll pass him another one of the bombs.
Excellent. You guys are
and
heading
then
to the shore then, huh?
yeah.
Well, shit. Where, like, what direction were they headed in after Rune?
Straight down, I imagine. Well, Rune, what direction did you go in?
Oh, down. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a swim speed of 60 feet.
So, like, I feel like best friend would just look at Sailix as they're fucking rowing and be like, "Don't worry about him. We'll be fine. I'll get him later. You can't fucking swim as well as I can." You need.
Yeah, Sailix is going, like, he's gonna try to, actually, can he, like, tie the whip around something on the boat and then just pull the boat while he's flying?
I mean, I also have rope.
Or rope. I didn't know you had rope.
Yeah.
Like,
Right, you could. I mean, you could probably grab onto it, and yeah, I mean, there are a number of ways you can help out. Yeah, your flight is probably more than enough if you're trying to pull this thing.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna try to do. Just try to pull the
Alright.
rest of the way shore.
Oh, Rune's nowhere to be seen, I imagine, as he fades out into the dark abyss below. And the shore just gets closer and closer. You're out of harm's way, but that's not to be said for the wizard so far. But we'll get back to him. Aghi, how you holding up?
Sorry, I was like way into that boat scene. That was stressful.
Yeah. Is it? So Varys is dying in front of you, just for like a gentle change of pace.
Yeah. Bring me back.
So Monica's taken up an area on one side and is looking through to find any good opening point. And Aghi, I think I'm gonna go for the one on the neck.
The one right above there. She'll like walk over.
Right.
After like leaving, she had like been searching the room for a moment. She comes back over and picks up some of the tools that the man had left behind. Where's that shunt that you just made?
Oh, right there.
Yeah, she'll pick it up and like go 2 fingers below his Adam's apple, because I'm guessing the gem's a little bit higher.
Yep.
Yeah,
You're
she's
pushing.
Yeah, for a moment she's just pushing like right
you
in
feel
that.
something strange there.
Lower to the lung.
She curses. She's attempting to do an emergency like tracheotomy.
Yeah, and as you remove your finger, you notice there's like a lump, but it's pointed, and it starts to test the skin.
So
like a spike on the inside.
So Monica will go down a little bit more and bring Aghi's hand down here.
Yeah, she'll go down to his lungs, right below his lungs. Finding a soft spot between his ribs if she's able to.
Mm-hmm.
Stick the shunt in.
Suddenly, a gasp. You notice a drop of blood forms right there, a new hole forming in his neck. A crystal pokes out. You hear from him. Immediately, he latches on with both arms. He's quite a strong grip. He's grabbing onto you, Aghi, scrambling to find something. He doesn't even know where he is right now. What do you guys do?
I hold on to, or I take one of his arms off Aghi and just like hold it with mine. And say, you're with us. Your father is nearby. We're trying to save you. Just hang in there.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have taken it.
You can save your regrets for once we've finished helping you. Right now, try to relax. I'll look at the Archmage and say, there's willow bark in my pack in the middle bag. It'll help with the pain.
You can do a medicine check for that.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, if Aghi, was she able to get the shunt into his lungs so that he could breathe?
Yeah.
All right.
He's stable in that regard. He's just suffering. You have no idea, I mean, how far this thing has gone. You don't know where it's spread to.
No, so she'll take the scalpel, a knife, and cut open his tunic to look at his chest, see like all where his vital organs are, and if there's any more crystal growth. So she's just like sort of
strange lumps parting his tissue. You imagine there are more gems, some crystal, some ooze growth in there. He's in extreme pain.
Does a 24 do anything for me? I can hero point it if I need to.
It'll help it as much as you imagine you can help.
It's not a lot, but
Right,
it's something.
exactly.
Aghi, can you find one to take out?
I don't think one's going to make a difference at this point.
Well, if we go back and forth and stabilize in between, we should be able to at least.
Monica,
we have to try.
You need to. We're running out of time.
I know. Ferris, just hold on.
Ferris is he is holding on. Actually, that's the only thing he can do right now.
Mm-hmm.
As he's trying not to claw at Aghi at this point, but just holding that.
But yeah, we're gonna go back and forth trying to take out as many gems as we can.
Perfect. Hysteria would love to be here right now, I'm sure.
But
Rune, what are you doing right now? Take it you're just headed deeper and deeper into the lake.
Yeah, how close is the closest one as I'm sticking and moving?
Well, it depends on how big of a lead you're trying to get. Imagine you can actually probably get quite the lead. You don't want these things losing you, however. I had a fear they might just head back to that boat. The boat is moving much slower than you three, respectively.
How fast do these creatures seem to be moving?
Well, right now they're zigzagging, but the speed in which they're doing it tells you that they can match you. Probably with quite little effort.
Oh, fair enough. Well, something I did forget. With Longstrider, I'm at a 70-foot movement in swim. So there is that. I got a little bit extra.
They haven't caught on to that yet. They still think you're that little vole you remember in Cantaria. They don't know. You might just be faster than them.
Maybe.
If you are, though, which direction you're going in?
Well, first he's gonna give a good whack to the same one as before, or at least attempt to. And
yeah, you're well within reach.
That's probably a miss.
Yeah, it's a miss.
And he will use an action to move 70 feet away, and
you have one action left?
Yeah. He's going to go just like a quarter extra movement.
Okay.
Like another 20 feet or so.
All right. They follow you, creeping down, sort of just spiraling, like little festival ribbons.
I will say he's attempting to angle down and away from where the boat was.
All right. Vesperin and Sailix, you're out of combat, so you can act together, but you still have one turn. What do you do?
Just try to get the boat to the shore.
Yeah.
All right.
Once the boat is to the shore, though, Sailix will kind of he'll fly as high up as he can with Halo active, just so near the shore, so Rune knows which way to go when he comes back.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like because Vesperin has the torch, right? Like she left that on the shore.
Yep.
So
still burning because it's ever burning.
Does Sailix have something that, indicates like basically like because again, she assumes, like, she has the logic to understand they didn't cut, like, he would not be here away from his son without some reason. So she'd just be like, look, whatever it is, I can take care of Rune. You go back to your boy, okay?
Sailix will just shake his head as he's flying off into the air, and he's like, take the fungus, go to Varys. I'll be fine.
Then yeah, she'd grab the box, grab the stuff, and sprint towards where she needs to go.
All right, and where are you headed then, Vesperin?
The Archmage's place.
All right. It'll be a moment before you get there. So, Rune.
So, Ian.
Yeah. These things move to... They catch up. You got a good enough distance. It will take them 2 actions to catch up. But each one tries to do what you saw they did to Sailix. That tail to grab you. It hit. Because it beat the DC of the mischance. You're grabbed. Pulls you in. You've absorbed some of the damage, but you take 31 points.
All right.
The next one gets closer, but it doesn't dare try to pick the prey of its older kin. This one's smaller. Instead, it looks up. Sailix, is your halo still active?
Yeah, it's...
All right. You do see that light sort of coming in. The way you have been seeing these things actually is just kind of like that sleek silhouette as you've been following, because it is quite dark in here still. But now you're seeing that color come in, now that there's a light source. Rune, it's your turn.
All right, so I'm currently grabbed.
You are grabbed.
All right.
So you're flat-footed and immobilized. And the way to break out is...
Does Rune believe that if he turned into a tiny creature, he would be able to get out of this and be too small of a prey?
It depends on the creature. Is it a slimy one?
It'd be a fishy one.
Yeah. You know what? I'll tell you as a GM, it's got a higher chance of working than probably you trying to escape.
Okay.
It's not constricting. It's sort of just latched onto you.
That's
Here
fair. Well, he's going to at least give a blow a try before doing
Right.
pest form.
Yeah.
Give this a shot. No. And with that mist blow, whatever they have grabbed onto, I'm guessing slips out of their grip or just disappears in some fashion as he turns into a tiny little minnow.
Hmm.
Oh.
Let's hope there's nothing to prey on that minnow. But where do you go then? Do you have a turn left? I mean, an action left?
No, the pest form would take. Let me double check here. I believe it takes 2 actions.
All right. Vesperin, it's going to take you some time to get there. You're still in a full sprint, I imagine?
Yeah, she's, doing all the tricks of roof running while jumping, whatever, parkouring her way as fast as possible to get the fuck over there.
Excellent. Sailix,
Yes.
what do you do?
I guess he's trying. Like, he can't. Does he see anything? Like any sign of struggle or anything?
You can see some murky stuff down there. You saw them before, and you sort of remembered where they were, how far out, so you know roughly where they might be. If you're considering hitting straight into the murky water. You might maybe, if you get close enough, you would be able to see them because of your dark vision. But it's occluded because the water is not anywhere near clean enough to see through like that.
Right. I mean, he's not going to be diving in.
Right.
Rune
You've got
wasn't.
bubble lightning, though.
He does. But Rune was also part water when he last saw him. So
Yeah.
he's going to kind of just fly in a loose circle, like,
Right.
I guess 10, 15 feet above, and hope he can see Rune
Nab
or
Rune
something.
comes up. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Being ready to pick him up.
Brune. Let's have you make a stealth check. Out of turn. I'm going to give you a sweet bonus here. Oh, fantastic. They're looking for you and they can't find you. You do see a halo circling around high up above. You are muted, but without knowing where to go, instead they just sort of spread out. They're trying to cover as much territory as possible. Perhaps they're just hoping that some part of them is going to bump into you, maybe.
Yeah, so he doesn't want to go up because he doesn't want to go back through that mess, but he will sort of angle downward and back towards the shoreline, looping back.
Right.
Angling the angle, however, sorry, it's not downward, but it's going to be an angled upward towards the waterline. Just let me know when he reaches it.
All right.
His speed is
Well,
only
with that-
20 feet, by the way.
Yeah, and how long is, what's the duration? Pest form.
This one lasts 10 minutes.
Well, isn't that good for you? But it's maybe bad news for Sailix in a way. Sailix, you circle this pond.
Mm-hmm.
Rune does not come back up.
Oh, that's bad.
That's normal. He does that sometimes. But now it's been a couple minutes. And he does not come back up. What do you do?
Are there stalagmites?
High up.
Yeah. He's going
Yeah.
to go up and start dropping the motherfuckers.
Interesting. Okay.
He'll hit one and then he'll go over and hit another over here. Just trying to draw their attention of maybe they're motion sensitive or something. So he's trying anything he can at this point.
Yeah, well, you start to see the ripples as you were flying up there. Maybe one pair of eyes as one of them, the younger one, peeks up to look at you. As these things drop, though, the time between each one you drop, you notice the water is now still again. They're
All
avoiding
right.
you, but Rune isn't anywhere to be found.
Fuck.
What do you do?
He's gonna keep circling around.
All right. Rune, you do make it to the shore, but we are going to get back to you because Vesperin, you have arrived at the Guild of Spells. As you make your way up, Monica and Aghi are hard at work, trying to save Varys' life.
She would hand the thing over to whoever.
Oh, excellent. He'll just grab them and then place them in a jar. They're still soaking wet, I imagine. These nets. with this fungus, but then quickly the first thing he'll do is he'll pull them and just start rubbing them between his hands until this pasty, like sandy material forms, and he just starts shaking his hands out on the table on like a limeware platter.
Since I have alchemical crafting, can I help make that faster?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
You'll notice that Aghi and Monica seem to be working really well in tandem. Just like one will extract a crystal, then the other one will extract one, then they'll work together to stabilize any bleeding and go from there. And it's kind of weird because they've never worked well together before.
So how am I able to help him make the solution faster?
Yeah, you notice he produces it looks like sort of like a book box, but it's not. It actually has a glass top, strangely enough. You've never seen something like this. He opens it, and it is filled with all sorts of strange materials. Few people would understand this, but it's all narcotics on the inside. Actually, I'd say about everybody in this room happens to notice, as esoteric as that is. Aghi, how do you react to this?
I feel like there's probably a distinctive smell that would catch her attention. As she like just stops working for half a moment, just like freezing over this gem, and like her eyes just like immediately snap over.
I feel like Vesper just like, doesn't even look over there and just simply says, so she can hear like, eyes on the prize, sweetheart. So like, is that what we're making then? Is just like a crazy hallucinogen, or is that like...
No, you haven't the slightest clue what he's making. It looks like some mix of a drug and a potion. Mm-hmm. Something to ease this. Obviously, this gem, it's some sort of parasite.
Mm-hmm. I have adult brain. Would that help with that?
Oh, let me see it.
She would rifle, shift the box to her other hand and grab something out of a pocket.
He moves over. It sort of looks like a stovetop. With a snap of his finger, a little basin, a fire lights below it. He just motions you to pour it in.
She does as she's told.
All right. We're going to cut back. Rune, you do appear on the shore of this lake. Sailix is still looking for you, which is good. It means he values your life. But what do you do?
So in epic minnow fashion, this little fish pushes with all his might to clear the water, and in a tiny fish voice, Corvus. As this minnow dismisses pest form and becomes a human-shaped wizard, and Corvus allows that wizard to recast flight for the last time today. And Rune is now floating above the water as high as he could possibly be, which isn't much because he's just sort of hovering there since that was all of his actions.
Sailix, you see this. Far off in the distance. That pesky wizard you've been looking for. He looks fine. He's over on the shore.
What are you doing over there, mate? Let's go.
So like starts flying towards him. It's kind of his eyes rolled in the back of his head.
You return to the Guild of Spells then, I imagine.
Rune will drop off some coin to the woman who picked up the lilies.
Yeah, that lady is absolutely frazzled. She was looking to do some business, was not expecting to see sea serpents, but definitely appreciates the money.
He drops about
the fact
5
that her
gold.
boat is still in one piece. That is a lot of money for
5
her.
gold. God.
All right.
So it's gonna look at her. I'm like, now they're always gonna expect that.
Yeah, and for a moment, you're in her eyes, you're a messiah.
We're in a rush. Let's go.
Yeah, I imagine you're not spending time. All right, and as you arrive, I take it no formalities. You head straight into that room, that operating room that Hramgar has set up in his office, right?
Yeah.
All right, Varys is awake. Aghi and Monica, they're pulling pieces from him. It's all over his body now.
Aghi, I need you to hold his shoulders. This one's going to suck.
Yeah. I feel like Aghi had to take a step back for a moment, like her hands were shaking.
If she did, like Vesperin would have put a hand like almost immediately on her shoulder, and just whispered something to her.
Yeah. After that, she'll put a hand on his shoulder to hold him down.
Okay. And then I pull a particularly nasty looking one from below the one that started on his throat. But it would be like pressing on his heart if I didn't take it out. So
Right. Rune, what do you do as you arrive?
Oh, well, Rune's assessing the situation.
Yeah.
What is the Archmage doing?
It looks like he's mixing something with the Vesperin. You know a drug case when you see one. It's something about alchemy.
Crafting?
Yeah. In fact, everybody here can make one skill check. Whatever they think they can be the most helpful here.
Sailix is going to sit down in a corner and not do anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he's not good for much aside from being
Well, your son is awake
scary.
right now.
Oh.
Yeah, no, Sailix will definitely he'll look at him, but he's not gonna get in the way of surgery, and he'll just kind of sit down.
You can hold his hand though.
I could not. There's two bodies on either side of him, and getting in the middle of that will just make things worse. You don't want to crowd a surgery table.
These rolls are looking... Okay, okay.
Well,
Good. I see some good. I see some...
I have
not so
one
good.
hero point
I
left.
know. Like, do we use the hero point?
So
Yeah.
Sailix will pray, is what he'll do.
Okay.
Who do you
There
pray
you
to?
He will pray to who is that jewel god? The one that the gate we passed through.
That's a conversation between you and Rune.
Rune, who is that the god of the jewels for the elven pantheon? You know, the one I'm from that I don't know of.
One moment. He's staring at the alchemy mix through his crafter lens.
Yeah, I'll use mine too.
Yeah.
Oh, my roll didn't show up.
Ah, that's way better.
there we
It's
go.
you roll, Father. Bear says to Sailix.
Sailix will nod and just kind of close his eyes, and just that stoic expression he has plastered on his face all the time just kind of like forces his way to the forefront.
You pray aloud? What do you do for this prayer?
He does not pray aloud because there's so many things going on. He's trying to minimize his presence to not take away from anything else going on, from actual life-saving properties that are happening. He's he's kind of like praying within his own mind, I guess.
Now's the hard part, the Archmage will say.
Okay.
He produces a dropper.
All
He
right.
pulls the boiling liquid into it. He hands you the dropper.
Okay. Where?
I know he'll take the dropper from you. You need to hold him down.
All right. And so I will put my hands on either side of Ferris's head. You're going to look only at me, and you're going to be fine. We are going to do everything we can. But this is going to suck. Okay?
Underneath Rune's patch, there's a glow as the Archmage will get a +1 to whatever the fuck he's doing next.
Appreciate that from a mage. Green one, hold the feet.
I'll move to his feet.
Tightly. Sea elf. Drop in his mouth.
All right.
Oh, wait. And he looks at Sailix. You might be saying goodbye.
Sailix does not move. He is like full on.
All right. And he nods at Vesperin.
All right, sweetheart. I need you to open wide for me, okay? And can he open his mouth under his own power?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
She would do what she can to like also keep his mouth open just in case that needs to happen. And just start following what the Archmage how he demonstrated it with just dropping it in there.
The thing sizzles as it makes its way down, and you would probably hear something like that if not for the screams. Immediately you hear him, and then there's this discordant hum coming from inside. His entire body starts moving, trying to curl into a ball. Aghi, you hold the feet?
Yeah.
He pulls as tight as possible to try to break through. Panicked. At this point, he's actually in tears. You're holding the feet strong, though, right?
Of course. Little
What about
elf
the
legs.
head, Monica?
Huh?
You're holding his head?
Yes. Well, bracing his head so that he doesn't.
Yeah.
But not constricting the movement.
Right.
Because that is a bad thing.
Well, actually, it would be in a sense, except that you hear his bones are cracking
Right.
and shifting. He does eventually break free. He starts vomiting on the table, except it comes out like an ooze half of the time, and then the rest of it is sort of a crystalline shape that just breaks into fluidity and then re-solidifies.
So then when that starts happening, I assist him in turning his head, and I just like brace him so that he doesn't choke on his vomit.
Don't touch it.
I'm not touching it. I'm touching
Dwarf
him.
steps back from the ooze. This thing pink and green as it just starts dripping down the table, but then it stops and it looks to just dry. And then it just starts to recede, pulling back on itself, and it looks like it's almost burnt, like this thing cooked it alive, and it pulls in like it has its own tight surface tension, and then it forms an egg shape. Size of Varys's palm, actually. It shrinks. With the surgical gloves, Trungar, he lays it on a pillow and then puts on a spectacle to stare at it. Anyone who can detect magic, you know immediately this is something magical.
Rune will also take his monocle and give it a good look-see.
I am solely focused on Varys. If he stopped breathing, I'm gonna hit him with the stabilize spell or anything like that. Anything to
I
help.
thought you said you were gonna hit him in the face.
Yeah.
Wake up!
He's shivering,
Okay.
crying.
You did
Yeah.
well. You did well.
Esperon's just like, again, like trying to just be there for him as a presence and just, like whatever elven like gestures of like, like in the culture, like whatever elven gestures of comfort there are, or like, words, phrases, touch, whatever, that's what she's doing. Just it's that comfort of the familiar, I guess.
Yeah.
Are the crystals starting to recede?
Yeah, this that thing that came out of him, it pulled all of the crystals out of his body.
So are
He's
the
covered in
wounds
holes, though.
he's covered in holes? All right.
Yeah,
I'm
the wounds are
immediately
open.
I'm going to town and closing up holes and stuff.
Excellent.
That's my focus now.
Sailix, what do you do?
I mean, I guess he'll stop praying because there's nothing really he could do at this point. He's not gonna get like the reason he's staying back is because he knows like medical procedures take area, space, and he's not trying to be in the way.
Yeah.
But he will walk closer to Varys. And kind of.
Sailix, take his hand. He doesn't have very much painkiller. He needs something.
Sailix will take his hand with his Regathiel blessed limb and kind of let that heat flow out.
Fails to say it. He's stuttering. He can't produce speech, but in Elven, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Just rest.
Is there enough of the potion to give to Sailix, or was that all of it?
I thought they got enough for 2 things. Like that was the goal, was to get enough for 2 people.
Right, but we were attacked by sea serpents, so
Oh, right.
Yeah.
we got what we were able to get from the boat.
There must be healing services here. You're out of the woods. It won't be hard to heal up. If you were wondering where Kelda went, she's returned. She's headed up, just sort of leaning in the doorway, trying to be polite, watching the absolute calamity that was the last minute or so. Rune, what are you doing?
Well, Rune was looking at this crystal. I got a 46 to identify the magic on it.
All right. This is something you've never seen before. Divination. Powerful. Incredible, in fact. And if you were even doubting it for a second, the look that Archmage Nalruven gives you probably confirms it.
Are there any effects that the crystal possesses?
It's going to take a while for you to piece together maybe what exactly it does. But the dwarf walks over to you, Sailix, staring at you. Right, who'd you pray to?
I don't know, some
Do you
twat
see
in the
this? You know
clouds.
who he prayed to.
What's she mean to you then?
She? She who?
The elven goddess of jewels. Yeah?
Oh, well, I suppose that makes her a savior of my child.
He looks back at Rune. We need to talk.
Love to. But first, I need to get help from my friends and I. Don't wait till tomorrow.
Hey.
Thank you for your help today.
Nonchalantly, he'll move to take the gem off the table.
Yeah, no, Sailix will let Leviathan snap out into that lance and smack his hand away. Like, you'll not be touching that. It came from my son. It belongs to my son. If you want payment for your services, I will be gladly to pay you in gold. But that stays with me.
He looks furious. Absolutely furious that you said that.
We've had a very long day.
You
and we're all
come
very tired.
to my guild. I saved him for free.
And you're trying to take what came from him?
Yeah.
No.
You'd be fucking burying in it if it weren't for me.
No.
All right. Archmage. We've had a very long day. We've come through a jewel gate, to a city we've never seen, in mountains we've never been.
Yeah.
And this, right here, this stone is the result of that entire trip. So, how about we hold on to this stone until you and I have a chance to talk tomorrow, and we figure out what's going on, yeah?
Make a diplomacy check.
I would love to. With a little guidance from Nethys.
His fingers are wrapping on the spell book.
Oh, that's
on his
pretty good.
belt. Hmm. He turns on his heel. Get the angel the fuck out of my guild. And he walks away.
So Rune will look at Sailix. I'm going to pick up the gem, all right? I'll put it in my bag for now.
Just make sure you put a glove on. Don't touch it with your bare hand.
Didn't touch the key with it. Not going to touch this one with it.
Good.
Definitely. Mage hand. Rune will open his bag and place both the keystone and this new gem in separate pouches in the bag.
Sailix kind of flips the keystone that he used to get them there in his hand. He's like, oh, I don't know what this one's used for, but I guess I'm keeping it.
It's already infected you. You may as well hold on to it.
Kelda's
All
laying in
right.
the doorway.
Let's get you
Watch
out of
this
here.
Archmage head out. You're making friends quick. He says.
We have a way with people.
Do you? You're gonna last a week, yeah.
My friends need some beds.
Yeah. Beds I can provide.
And food?
Yeah.
We can pay. It's not like we're asking for charity.
That is correct.
All right. Sleep like a stone. Traveler's quarter. Let's go.
All right.
notice people have slowly just come out of whatever they were doing in the guild. As you're coming out this landing, down the stairs, past the receptionist, everyone's trying so hard to make it look as if they're not staring at you, but that's exactly what they're doing. The Archmage's voice shook this place, and this place isn't made out of anything but stone. This tells you that that's rare for him. But nevertheless, you do head out.
As we're leaving, I'm gonna take my dragon tooth and preserved dragon's eye and leave it for the Archmage as like a peace offering.
Okay.
Because I know those are rare, so.
Right. Yeah.
Guessing we're not leaving Varys here.
No, he's all
Okay.
bandaged up now.
Yeah.
Just like
We
Nice.
took good
He's
care of him,
suffering
Aghi.
Man, okay.
Sailix will pick him up.
okay.
All right. Rune, you get a hero point. That would have been bad. I'm pretty sure there was an escalation there that would have been unavoidable. I'll just add it for you. But as you arrive at the tavern, anything you guys want to do in particular?
I want to sleep and meditate and
Yeah.
sleep.
Well, Monica.
My exhaustion just hits all of a sudden like
Yeah.
a ton of bricks.
You guys have been all doing way too much for way too long. Sleep like a stone. It's a modest inn. It's got private rooms, and it's built to a size that would befit humanoids like you. Except Monica, you're back in the human world, I suppose.
I'm so disappointed right now.
Yeah. As you lot arrive, though, Kelda is with you all. Are you all dead tired?
Aghi needs a drink first.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Sailix
Well,
is. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Sailix is going to go to the room with Varys, and he's going to ask Rune to set up the stone so he could pray in front of it, because he's pretty sure it has something to do with the goddess of jewels, and he'd like to, I don't know, offer thanks, I guess.
Yeah.
Vesperin would like to, just on the slide, say that she wants to talk to Rune at some point, as she's like keeping both hands on the chest. Just like in that way of like, it's not moving, it's fine.
Rune will extract the is it Ural?
Uriel. Okay.
Yeah.
Ural. He's just gonna call it the Ural gem, and place it on a table or what have you.
Yeah, there's a
On
desk at
the-
that room. I think you can see the room.
Yeah.
All right.
He'll place it on the desk. He'll place it actually on the pouch that it rests in, and then on the desk.
Yeah.
I would urge you, Sailix. I know you're already infected, but don't touch it.
I just had, out of character, I had the instinct to just be like, oh, he picks it up and licks it.
Don't do it! Don't put the weird crystal in your mouth!
I'm not going
Get
to.
out of there!
I'm not going to. Sailix
And if you
will-
could, just let me know when you're done giving thanks. I do need to inspect it a bit more.
Yeah, I understand.
Take your time, though.
If Varys, is he awake? Or like,
Yeah.
Okay.
But he hasn't spoken.
Like as where Rune sets it up at, Sailix will kind of motion towards it and to Varys. He's like, you're gonna close your eyes and you're gonna pray. You're gonna give thanks that she saw fit to save your worthless, miserable life. Because I didn't raise a thief. And then after, we're going to talk.
Yeah. All right. Slip shakes.
Salix, do you need
Yes.
anything?
No, thank you, Rune. I appreciate all your help today.
Always a pleasure. Rune will remove himself from those two.
I take you probably catch Vesper nearby,
Yeah.
looking for you.
She's basically like hanging out in the hallway against the wall.
Holding onto a chest.
Yep.
Am I to guess Belgora's in there?
What gave it away?
Oh, just the veins popping out of your arm, given how tight you're holding it.
Spark,
like-
you can make a whisper about Vesperin from across the room. Continue.
I'm sorry. What did we hear?
There's a bartender maybe grabbing a crate, whispers something
Okay.
to a cleaner as she's sweeping the floor, just from far away, and they're both looking at you, Vesperin, before they slink off.
Can I make a perception check to hear what was said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Ah!
Ooh, well, you just kind of catch the word Balgora again. Doesn't that keep coming up?
Is there a place where we can talk a bit more private, like?
Well, in theory, we all have a room, so
Lead the way.
all right.
The level below, the one where Sailix and Varys were, yeah, there's just another bedroom. There's a few, actually. 3, but you can pick any to speak in. You've each got a different key.
We'll just go to the room that his key fits and
Yeah.
gesture for the Vesperin to enter.
Like, she does. And again, I feel like it's one of those things where, like, basically, like, the adrenaline of the fight into the adrenaline of the next thing is now become the adrenaline of the new dumpster fire of, like, my knife wanting to leave its box. And Ian, I want to be clear with you. Like, when it was just in her holster, was it still behaving the same way, or is it just literally because it's in the box, it's freaking out?
You don't know. Anytime you
Okay.
get in, when you're, the more severe danger you're in, the
Mhm.
more violently it shakes.
Okay.
It waits for you to be on the cusp of death to beg to be released. But it'll beg anytime it thinks you're even remotely likely to give in.
Okay.
Right now it's tired, so it isn't moving much.
Okay. So, like, she's gonna kind of, like, awkwardly, like, sort of shift it to, like, one of her other hands and be like, okay, I think it's a bit tired. So,
Does
What?
Balgora get tired?
I mean, it's had a bit of a day.
Brune looks very confused.
Like, it is very clear that Vesperin is just like, I have no idea, man. Fucking magic.
Totally winging it.
Yeah. So, I'm just gonna say, first off, you know, playing fucking nice. Really don't fucking want to, cause like, what it's doing here, it wouldn't fucking do if I could just fucking do my job. But no, I'm playing nice. Very nice.
Would it matter if I said I'm proud of you?
I don't know.
All
It
right,
almost
well, I'll
makes
say
it a
anyway.
bit worse.
Yeah, then I'll say it twice over.
But the thing of it is, I guess, 2 things. First, during the war, Belgor talked about wanting to come here, which is a bit weird.
Come where?
Here.
This city?
Aye. It's never been specific before.
Rune is very concerned.
Yeah.
And it's very clear, like she's fucking paranoid and like looking around, like I want to make sure nobody's listening, like, cause yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
the reason
look-
I keep hearing the name Balgora on every dwarf's lips?
I got the impression that maybe Theobald might have stolen it from someone and come by it a bit extra legally, perhaps.
So the history I know of the blade is that it was forged by a cult. Nothing but murder.
Sounds about right.
Now, how Theobald got a hold of it, I have no idea. But I mean, I don't think the cult was not dwarven based unless there was a dwarf among them. I can't even remember the name of the cult. It was Skin something, I think.
Skin saw. You'll
Now,
remember that story from Diedrich.
Ian,
The Skin Saw cult, yeah.
I know that like the blade itself has like dwarven runes and stuff on it, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's always been referred to as, you know, like I don't know. Again, I don't know a fucking lot, but I thought that at least the spirit was like dwarven or something.
Well, the Skin Saw created Balgora through some means. I never really got as far as, nor did I really want to get as far as figuring out how they made it. I just wanted to know how it worked. And I mean, the blade in and of itself is nothing but evil. It's just out to kill.
Yeah.
And that was really all I concerned myself. I could do my best to try and figure out more about the Skin Saw cult, if you like, but I need to get through this Archmage situation first.
Well, hang on, because there's a bit of a wrinkle on it. Maybe that might make it a bit pressing. So while I was outside, you know, just observing casually what the defenses and fortifications of the space may or may not be, I came upon a floating figure, and it was real, right, proper spooky like, and seemed real intent and keen on getting Balgora in its hands.
Was it a floaty thing? Are you talking about somebody, something, a ghost?
You two hear a loud bang. Something smacks into the floor somewhere else.
Above?
No, just sort of out where you came in, where the entrance is. Except you hear the sound of maybe 24 dwarves shouting, laughing, cheering about it. And one person quite upset.
I feel I should be concerned.
Yeah.
All right. Just to wrap it.
Yeah.
You're telling me that a dead thing floated up to you.
Presumably, I don't want to assume, but you know, it seemed dead and magic-like. Because it spoke in mum, like it was right here, but it was way over there.
So a floating dead thing asked you for Balgora.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what finally got you to put it in the chest.
Well, my thought there was that I told the dwarves about it, and they seemed to know exactly what I was talking about. and then seemed a bit more amicable about letting me hang on to the thing, which is the compromise that we agreed upon. Only, obviously, in regards to the fucking leg, it's real annoying not having, Wild Agor is a murder knife and all. Having one of them around when you're dealing with giant fucking sea bullshit, like, it's real handy.
No, I understand. Okay, I'm gonna go figure out what this loud noise was because Happy Dwarves with someone unhappy. I feel that Aghi might be involved somewhere.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So Rune is going to leave the room and
Yeah.
see what happened.
Well, heading out, out the hall where it meets. To your surprise, and Sailix, I imagine you come up from the upper level in the balcony when you heard this crash. What are you doing? What are you doing, Sailix? Oh,
You're
muted.
muted.
He's not leaving Varys alone with the gem. So,
Yeah.
he's going
You can keep
to
vigilant.
gingerly pick it up with the pouch that Rune had left it around. And slip it into his own pouch before he walks out.
Well, the quickest way to see what's going on is to head out in the upper level. Just down the hall, you all meet. To your surprise, Monica and Aghi are drinking at the bar. They weren't involved here. The railing on this balcony, however, is broken, busted open. Two dwarves are picking themselves up, wincing as they head out the door. Standing where the balcony is broken, a dwarven woman, smoking a pipe, inspecting a set of dice. Confidently, heroically. Everybody in the tavern is staring at her. Ah, they're fakes. Told ya. And she throws them. They just kind of shatter on the hewn stone floor below. Why are you staring at me? Back to it. She heads over to a gambling table on that upper balcony.
Does Sailix see Vespa anywhere?
Yeah,
I
probably
imagine she came out.
with Rune.
He'll look down towards her and he's like, "Don't make bad choices, love."
You mean there's other kinds?
As he walks back into the room.
All right, Vesperin, stay here. Keep an eye on your prize. I'll go see if I can talk to the Archmage.
You need any help?
Notice Kelda is actually sitting at the bar as well. Behind you two.
No, you lot need rest. I'll be fine.
You're the one that's the most tired of us all, wizard. Maybe take your own advice and talk to him on the morrow.
See, I'm not the only one who tells you that.
A, I don't need sleep. And B, we need to find out what's going on with Balgora.
We can do it when he's had time to cool off too.
There's still a library there. It may have more information than I've seen before.
Fucking wizards.
Vesperin would go sit next to, what's her face?
Kelda?
Yes.
All right. Smiles at you, and sort of that smile sort of ferments and fades away pretty quickly. Just turns to that glance that you see from the rest of the dwarves these days.
Buy you a drink.
I don't drink these days.
What's that in front of you?
I must be going. Um,
And
I met with the
what?
other guild masters. Just,
Mhm.
you better all be here when we get up. Right?
Don't feel like going anywhere.
Biting her lip, she refuses to look you in the eye, Vesperin. But she'll look at the rest of the Unforgotten, as she does not know them to be. Rune as he heads out, even. Sailix as he returns to Varys. And she'll try to walk out.
We don't really have a reason to stop her.
Yeah.
I kind of want to follow her.
Okay. Yeah, so I was going to ask briefly, how does everybody try to end their night here?
So I feel like Aghi actually, despite what Vesperin always says, cannot drink at all. And I'm sure Dwarven ale is a little bit stronger than she's used to.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to stumble up to this gambling person.
Oh, fuck me.
Aghi, please, no, don't. Oh, fuck.
I've seen Vesperin do this.
No,
I've seen Vesperin do
this.
this.
You've seen her do
The
it. That
la-
means
the
it's a
worst
bad
words.
idea. Bad idea.
I've
All
seen
right.
her do it a lot.
No, you need to come back this. Unless you're going to bed her, you need to come back this way.
I have my own bed.
I mean sex. Remember you had the talk about sex, right?
Yeah, Vesperin did that one too.
That's a
Yeah.
bluff check.
Jeez.
Okay, so I don't want you to steal anything. I don't want you to fight anybody. So unless you're going to go flirt with her and take her back to your bed or go back to her bed or whatever, just don't do it. Don't do
Okay.
it.
I don't like you.
I don't like you
I'm not
either.
gonna listen to you.
If you're dead in the morning, I wash my hands of it. I've saved one life today. I can't save yours.
Yeah, she's going up there.
Oh,
All right.
God.
I'm
gonna go get Sailix.
Over the night, do you drink the drinks that you're offered? Aghi. Sweet, naive Aghi.
Sweet naive Aghi.
Oh, poor Aghi.
Yep.
Free drinks, right? Make a fortitude
Free
save.
drinks.
Yeah. Sailix, Monica.
Your adopted daughter is about to do something terrible because she said, and I quote, "I've seen Vesperin do this."
At that, he's like,
And she's been drinking, and I didn't know that she hasn't been drinking before. So that starting point is on me.
So somehow he has glasses on. And he's just looking.
I will watch over your kid if you go and talk sense into her.
He'll leave and look to find Aghi. He's like, "Hey, remember, you don't have any money."
Neither does Vesperin sometimes, Sailix.
Vesperin's an adult.
This well-dressed dwarven woman pulls the pipe out of her mouth. You don't have any money?
She doesn't.
I'm
sorry, I'm not there.
sure I have something.
She
buying
stands
her.
up, waiting for something.
Sailix.
How much does she owe you?
How'd you do on your fortitude save?
Not good.
You don't remember how much you owe her.
I don't know.
Son of a bitch.
But I think I won.
Shakes her head. She's down 90.
Silver?
Hmm.
Fuck.
We don't do silver here.
I'll put you in contact with her mom. She's good with it. Give me till the morning. I'll get you your money.
There it is. I better hope that works. I better hope the mom isn't the orc of the two, huh?
Oh, do you
All right,
have
off my table. Go.
as
Told you.
as
I've
Aghi
seen.
like walks away, he's just gonna. I'm done with children. Never again.
Vesperin, briefly, how do you end the night? So when you follow, you realize Kelda returns to the Anvilers Guild. You can make a stealth check if you're trying to spy on her.
Yes, I am 100% trying to spy on her.
All right.
Can I just, do I get the feeling that with assurance, that would be good?
Well, your assurance is pretty high.
Yeah.
She seems pretty sharp, though.
Okay.
So, it might work. Some of these prominent figures, it can be pretty difficult. Works for the common folk, but she's keen.
Okay. Let's see.
Depends on if you're trying to gamble.
I know. This is hard. Let's see. Because I can also do, I think, don't I have, like, a bonus or something also with, oh, I do have snare crafting. Cool. With like, I thought I had something that was like, it lets me make a distraction that helps my stealth also. With deception.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
It might help other people's stealth. So yeah, I would just do
Nah.
stealth with assurance or a stealth
Okay.
check, depending on what you think might be able to do it.
Okay. I'm gonna do it with assurance, I think. Because
Alright.
I feel good about that. I hope.
What does that put you at?
34.
34.
Yeah.
Throughout the night, she doesn't notice you.
Okay.
Depending on how long it goes before you give up, you realize she's the guild master of the Anvilers Guild.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, giving orders, writing letters, helping people, establishing some projects. They're building one of the wings of the Anvilers Forge. This place is actually just a massive anvil, and then underneath all sorts of workshops, magma chambers. So they've excavated, and it sort of leads down. This place is like a sprawling complex. It's no surprise. I mean, they're dwarves. This would be their specialty. But maybe to your surprise, Kelda, of all people, she's not very imposing, but sure as you can tell, she's in charge of this place.
Do I overhear her talking about either me or Balgora?
No, I mean, some people are talking about it, but there's like rumors, and it's already starting to swirl about. Nobody really knows what's going on, but sure enough, everyone mentions Balgora by name. She tells everyone at the Anvilers Guild not to mention Balgora, though, and that the guild leaders will be addressing it in the morning.
So goddamn
Or at
annoying.
start of Forge Day,
Okay.
as they call it.
Okay. If there's no other information I can gather or overhear, then she'd head back and to where everybody else is.
Right. And with that,
I just want to know what Aghi says to her in her drunken stupor about what she tried to do.
Oh, Sailix is gonna get a hold of Vesperin first.
So I imagine it's just like she goes to sneak back into the window of Sailix's room.
And he hits her in the face with a pillow.
What the fuck? Oi! What a fucking window ledge!
But
And there's people trying to sleep.
we can have that scene off screen.
Yeah.
oh man. Well, how about Rune? Where do you go?
Rune makes his way back to the Guild of Spells. Is that what it's called? Or Spells
Yeah.
Guild? Or...
Guild of Spells.
And Basically just asks if he can use their library, really. And he's going to be focused on carnivorous crystals, the gem, and Balgora.
You have an interesting theory about what this gem is. I'll send you a link to it. But are you there the whole night?
Yeah. He'll
All right.
plop down his tome, spell book, and refresh himself for the next day.
Yeah. By morning, as you're wrapping that up, you do see Kelda has met with the Archmage. Told him about things, asked him to head back to the tavern. And when he goes, do you follow?
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right. Back at sleep like a stone. Who would be awake at the start of the Forge Day?
Eh.
Yeah,
Sailix
bells do ring out. There aren't plenty of rooms here, and it's usually always travelers, so it doesn't take very long for Kelda to find you, rapping on Sailix's door. Do you answer?
Yeah.
Get dressed. We're ready to meet.
He looks down.
Hey. She'll walk away. Heads to where Monica's staying.
Oh, Monica's already down at the bar talking shop with the barkeep about brewing and distilling, because they started to have a conversation the night before, but then she fell asleep on the bar.
So you got a head start on your sleep, I see.
Hell yeah.
Well, the nights are about 12 hours long because a Forge Day is 32 hours. You realize because there is a clock tower somewhere in town that managed to remind you of this, to your dismay at first. But Kelda knocks on Aghi's door. Do you answer?
After a moment.
Get dressed.
I'm already dressed.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Half a mark. Upstairs.
All right.
Rune, you do arrive in your fully awake state. Yeah, you see Monica at the bar. Monica, you will have witnessed many well-to-do looking dwarves enter the building.
Ooh.
Each one promptly headed up the stairs and then in through a door. You know there's a large table over there.
I suppose I'm supposed to go that way. All right. Well,
the bartender says, wiping the counter.
Thanks. Thank you for the conversation and letting me sleep here.
Aye, anytime. Of all the other kind, your kind is the good kind. Catch it?
Well, it helps that we're on the same height. We see things differently.
Sure do.
And I leave him a small bottle of my whiskey. Because why not?
As you file in to the building, or to that room, you notice there are 10 dwarves in all. Kelda's one of them. Who's first in here? Probably Rune, actually, following them.
Likely, yeah.
Yeah, well then you'll notice there are 5 open seats. 5 exactly. The table isn't even spread out correctly. The rest of the seats, dwarven seats, are all pushed together so they could leave you enough space. Which seat do you sit at?
Center one.
Yeah, he chooses the head, huh? Sailix, you are right upstairs. So as you head down, it's like a half flight. You see 4 open chairs, a room of 10 dwarves, and 1 Rune sitting at the head. do you do?
He'll sit down to the right of Rune.
All right, Vesprin, I imagine you're some amount behind.
Yeah, she'd probably
Yeah.
sit next to Sailix.
Yeah. Monica?
Yeah. I'm just like, well, I guess I'll sit next to Rune. Okay. It's weird.
Aghi, you're last of the party, and you see all eyes are on you. 14 pairs of eyeballs. It's that late to the meeting feeling that you get. There is a chair practically with your name on it. What do you do as you walk in?
Aghi will actually take post by the door. She doesn't know if this is an insult to dwarven culture, but she isn't going to sit.
That's funny because Sailix almost did that. She gets it honest.
Stout dwarf in the opposite corner. The Blackbeard, he's wearing a headband. You're not gonna sit.
Maybe if I were 3 feet shorter.
Sailix will
It's crafted for you.
Look forward. Look to her. Why?
What's this about exactly?
Elda will chime in. We have a number of concerns. Hey, what do you lot know about Balgora?
Yeah. Other concerns would be what?
What brings you here?
Oh, that's a question, not a concern. So let's start with the concerns.
Half of them look at Sailix. They're all retelling a story that they've heard in their head recently
Sailix will
about
not.
him.
That's a good concern.
And their eyes sort of train on Vesprin. Again, more stories, more rumors. Not even been here a day.
So you're concerned about an argument between one of us and your Archmage and Balgora. Is that right?
I'm concerned about the stability of Kovlar.
Oh, that's
Kovlar
fair.
only.
Right.
Is
Does
there... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Is there a reason that Kovlar's stability might be in trouble beyond our arrival here?
Well, Archmage, he's already been threatened. Not half a day.
I wouldn't really call that a threat.
Yeah.
Put yourself
Listen.
in his position. His son nearly died on that table. And the thing that was killing his son was about to be taken. Have you compassion enough to see why a father would be so defensive over what has happened to his son?
Compassion is, it's many things. I wouldn't say it's drawing a weapon at the man who saved your son's life.
But would you do the same?
The Archmage speaks up. He's calm this time. He doesn't look at Sailix, but he does look in that direction, towards Rune. You're in our city.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the lack of decorum is regrettable. I cannot apologize on behalf of my comrades. They are their own people. But I can apologize for taking over your workshop and taking over the surgery. It was I could have asked, and I should have asked before doing so. So for that, you
You're
have
not
my
in the wrong
apology.
here, the mage says. We have questions.
I'm sure we have answers. Your first question that has yet to be answered is, why are we here? So, the man you saved yesterday had absconded with something of ours. Maybe a slight to his father. Honestly, the reasons are unimportant. But he found his way through the jewel gate. And we wound up here. Well, not here per se, but on the other side of that blasted city.
Mage, his jaw drops. He
Took
strokes
care of a
his
few
beard.
beasties over there.
That's how all this happened.
The gate.
The gate.
He smiles, but he's shaking his head in disbelief.
Which is why the stone must stay with us. We need to be able to go back through it.
He just nods. Contemplating something, trying to recall something. He produces a sigil. The size of his hand. It's got some inscription. You can't really see it because he flips over and he lays it on the desk, on the table. The other dwarves, they look at it. And they train their eyes back on you 5. You notice, sitting at the table, is, that woman with the pipe the other night, the gambler. The well-dressed one. I believe it's time for introductions.
Pastime, I think.
Yeah, I'm Algier Cord. I run the Gamblers Guild.
Vesperin gives like a small smile.
How many dwarves are there?
10.
10 guilds in this city, huh?
Aye.
Spells. Gambling. Forge, I presume. Fighter. Priest guild?
Say again?
Is there a priest guild too?
You notice her eyes to the dwarf behind you. The one with the headband leaning on the wall. Staring at you. You gotta guess them all then.
Ah, I've run out of the list. Why don't you finish it for me?
Right. You need our approval. We'll get to the guilds. He looks at Sailix. You owe me.
Excuse me. Oh, what
A debt
exactly?
for a friend.
Monica looks at Aghi.
Sailix will very poignantly elbow Vesperin. Like, this is the mother I was talking about. She's going to be paying you the 90 gold pieces that her daughter
then.
racked up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Does somebody put 90 gold on the table?
I will if no one else does.
Do I have 90 gold?
I'm not sure you have it liquid on. Well,
Yeah.
no, you do. You do.
Okay. Like, she's just like gonna look at Sailix, roll her eyes, put it on the table.
Yeah. Notice she exchanges that bag of gold for her sigil. Lays it on the table the same way. Hmm. The fire-bearded dwarf to the right of her. He crosses his arms. He's mad. He looks at the archmage. Your kitten. Letting an outsider in like this.
And what may
Thought
I
you
ask
would.
is yours, sir?
Forge.
Yeah, you would assume, huh?
Would I be right?
Stonemasonry.
Ah, fair enough.
Sailix just elbows her and it's like, you're not helping our case.
We built the walls foolish enough to let you in. What have you to offer us, huh?
I don't know, we saved one of your people on the lake.
You'd be surprised what 5 outside minds can do to help.
Why don't we finish your introductions first, and then we'll cover ours. So, do we have your approval?
Doesn't add up.
All right, we'll hold off on yours then. Who's next?
Well, Rune, who do you look at?
He'll just go down the line from the stonemason to whoever's next to him.
Next to him is Algira Cord, who already threw an approval.
All right.
Beside her still is Kelda. Her sigil's already laid out. It was actually first. You just didn't notice because you didn't pick up on the significance until just now. She's just glaring at the other dwarves.
Is she subdued?
How do you figure? What do you mean?
She's pressuring the other dwarves. She's on our side.
No, I got that part.
Okay.
He's just trying to piece out what guild she could be representing.
The Forge.
Yeah, Vesper knows, but you don't. But she isn't speaking to any of you.
Okay.
Just kind of.
Who's next to her?
I feel like Vesperin would like catch Rune's eye and make like a tapping gesture on the table. Because that's as close as she can think of to an anvil.
He'll just look at the next one down from her.
Just like idle tap, just a simple gesture.
Rune
Nothing,
nods.
no meaning.
Who may I ask is from the Brewers Guild?
They look around at one another.
You don't have one? I must say, I'm slightly surprised, based on what I've sampled downstairs.
Yeah. Maybe that's the reason we don't need it. You notice the stockiest of all of these dwarves. He's got this wide orange beard right across at the head, sharing the head with someone else. An armored dwarf. Contrary to popular belief, we do more than just drink.
Well, it's more a passion of mine, and I thought I would share it with whomever might be the head of such an interest.
All right.
Of course.
How about we do our side? Let some of you mull over what questions you want to ask us, shall we? My name is Ravenswood. I'm the mage of the Unforgotten here. As he gestures over to Sailix.
Oh. I am Sailix Lavendale. I am the something. The Unforgotten.
I'm Monica Freerunner. I am the one that keeps these poor fools patched up.
Look at this, the elf.
I mean, I imagine my name's already on most of your lips already, but I'm the Vesperin. At this point, I'm the pretty one. And
Sailix rolls his eyes.
Monica does too.
and I'm the one that's got the wits of the bunch.
Aghi just says Aghi.
Yeah, 3 of those dwarves, they just turn in their seats and to look at you standing in the hallway.
Yep.
You just say Aghi, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Just like her father. So proud.
are called the Unforgotten, although that wouldn't mean much to you, but it was a name given to us by an old friend. We found our way here through happenstance. Two of yours were kind enough to guide us through the crumbling city between the Jewel Gate and here. We found
After-
ourselves a bit... Oh, yes.
After a lengthy fight with several gugs.
Yes.
I think that's what they're called, right?
Mm-hmm.
Zagarok. Aghi just like pipes up when Rune's wondering about the city.
Vesperen's case starts to shake when you say it. Continue.
And
Gonna just very politely like, yeah. Just elbow on it.
and we found ourselves a bit broken and tired at your doorstep. Not to mention a very bad case of carnivorous crystal and a friend of ours.
The orange bearded
Now,
dwarf.
thanks to the Archmage's assistance and some ingenuity by Sailix and myself, we were able to get the necessary lilies to assist our friend. And it ended up creating something that, as much as I'm sure you would like to use it, Archmage, I'm afraid I must insist that we keep it given its connection to us. And the gate.
However, we will pay for whatever services you deem appropriate. As I recall that was the first thing that was asked of us, and due to our disagreement, we were unable to settle.
Yeah, we're not here for handouts by any means. As for what we can do to help you, I mean, if you need help, just ask. We'll see what we can do.
Did you kill him? The orange bearded dwarf asks.
Kill who?
The Gugs.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get this pretty and leave them standing.
He pushes on the table to lean forward. Dwarves tend to forget what wood is made out of because it creaks very violently, and he leans over. He hasn't even looked at Modica yet. Looking past the three dwarves on his right. He's heavily armored. Piss. He throws in his sigil.
There was also a gigantic purple worm that we had to take care of. That was a bit nasty.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that
you
was
got him
gross.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely did.
I'm Guild of Arms.
Ah,
When he says that, Sailix kind of leans over to Vesper. He's like, "I'm gonna like that one."
She just nods like, yeah.
Few of these people have yet to speak, though, and they're reserved. They just sort of wait. Does anybody have anything that they want to do?
oh, we're going to look at the closest silent one to
Vesperin.
the Archmage.
One. Oh yeah. Hmm.
And Monica's gonna take out a bottle of her whiskey and just be like offering it to anybody at the table. It's early, but she
That's-
doesn't care.
Yeah, it's like,
Hair of the dog, it's fine.
She's the least extravagant of all of them, the one just to the right of Vesperin. She shaves her beard. She doesn't even wear anything fancy. But she's nervous to see anybody staring at her, actually.
Gonna use the deduce tradition roll I made on
Yeah.
her.
She hasn't spoken yet, but we'll use it as she speaks. Guild of Coins.
Of coins. Interesting. Huh.
Why is that interesting? Almost every society has to have like an accounting guild.
That's true. However, if you look at the rest of the regions here, each of them carries a bit of a flavor of the guild they represent.
Not everybody has to.
I'm not saying they do. I'm just
All
finding it
right.
interesting.
All
I'm not
right.
judging.
Yeah. Focus on what we're about.
She's turning red now to be part of the conversation, included all 15 people in this room talking
Sorry.
about her now. But you do deduce crafting, performance, or society would be a good skill check if you're trying to influence this person. Rune knows as
I
much.
can
If
drop
anybody,
that easy.
yeah, if anybody would like to make a perception or a society check about
I
any of
have
these people.
society and courtly graces, so I
Yes.
know a shitload about nobility and all that culture.
I just did a perception check.
Yeah, but you got to tell me who you're trying to sniff out.
Who is the person that's quiet to the next to the master of arms or the guild, the head of arms?
Yeah. She hasn't spoken yet, so you won't know anything about her. She seems inquisitive yet curious.
Yeah, no,
You
I'm
notice,
still
though,
handing out drinks.
Small bandages all around her fingers. The kind you get burns from smithing, not bandages. Those things don't even last. Figure she's a carpenter. Rune, you nail that crafting check.
That's my society.
Monica, that check is a fail.
Yeah, I know.
Vesperin, who are you deducing on?
Who do we, who looks like the least obvious, I guess, that we haven't figured out yet?
Well, the strange one. She wears a crown,
Ooh.
dressed in all sorts of strange trinkets and jewels. She hasn't spoken. Her arms are just clasped in front of her.
Jeweler's Guild.
She just watches with a smile. The jewelry, it's not that fancy, however. Silver, but she has a strange air about her.
Rune looking at the Guild of Coins
Yeah.
representative. Did she say her name?
She introduced herself as Woldy Iron Temper.
Goldie. Looks like you have the hands of a crafter to you.
Don't we all?
That's a fair point. As the Guild of Coins head, you worry about the trade that goes through here, yeah?
I do. Keep the balance. Much to say.
It's fair.
So, I got a lot of contacts in Contago, overseas, great many places where, should we get the gate to a stable place where it won't murder us, opening up trade and getting those goods and services flowing. That would be
Vesper brings up a very good and precise point. The Jewel Gate is active, and we control the other side of it.
Her eyes widen. She looks around. Her eyes shoot over, right across. Colleran, Chisel Rock, the fire-bearded dwarf across from her is shooting daggers at her. She's nervous.
There could be steady coin that comes through here because of it.
I can alright guarantee it. I mean, it's the whole reason I know what Dwarven I do.
Is this a gamble?
Well,
Is
There's definitely
everything
a-
a gamble?
definitely a game of chance given.
Not a gamble, an
The city.
investment.
And with that, she'll lay the sigil on the table. Colorin is quite upset. He'll stand. You gonna allow this? She's got King Harald's fucking dagger. He tried to attack the... no.
King Harold.
Let
Yeah.
me just stay right here. I didn't try to attack you because if I did attack you, there would be no try about it.
Oh!
Hang on a minute. Hang on. Let's get a pause. A bit of a pause. You know, we're all a bit tense. Let's bring it down. Okay.
You mistook me taking the jewel back from you as an attack, and that is more a problem you have than a problem I have. You were not the only one in that room saving him. You provided the ingredients, and you made the tincture or whatever it was. That's it.
He's angry. Colorin across the table stands up and walks out, taking his sigil with him.
Did we convince everybody or no?
Clearly not, Lizard.
I mean, it was on the table. I wasn't sure how permanent that is.
Should I maybe talk to him?
I think that may be done better by me.
That's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
So, wait just a moment. Is the guy that mentioned King Harold still in there?
He left.
He left.
Can I go after him?
That was the Archmage.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
This was nope. This was Colorin,
Oh.
Yeah.
the other man, the one that
Stone
was
Mason.
equally. Yeah. Yes. Yep.
If you would all excuse me, I think I can answer the concerns he has on a personal level, if that's okay.
As you're headed over, Natri, Dolgan, she turns, the woman with the crown and the jewelry. You notice her eyes are like a shifting white. He's not worth your time. He's better.
And your name?
Hi, Psychic. Natri Dolgan of the Psychic Guild.
Excuse me? The what?
Heard her. Psychic, as in
Just
ability
stares.
to read minds or
I think he
glean
knows what it
things.
is.
This is a fucking joke. Can we proceed on instead of bickering between ourselves?
Do we have your approval?
You do. She'll lay the sigil. I do think you should speak to Colorin yourself. Gravenswood, she says. Notice all the sigils are on the table and by now. You're missing the one, though.
Do we require
The Vesperin-
consensus to proceed?
What is it, Rune?
I'll let the council here answer Monica's question.
Kelda will chime in looking at Monica. If it's not unanimous, you're limited here.
Understood.
So, there's a bloke that ran out of here, and he made a very important statement, and so I'm. I understood what you said, that I should go talk to him, and I will do so once the Vesperin has had a chance to discuss whatever she would like to discuss concerning the king, because that was new.
If you want to be there for that, like, we can have our conversations together. That's
All right,
fine
then.
with me.
We're gonna go get this. We're gonna go get this other token. And will you lot be here, or are you done?
Yeah, just give us like 5, like 10 minutes maybe. We'll be right back.
Yeah, they're all just looking about at each other. They think you're not going to get through to him.
Enjoy Monica's whiskey. It's delicious.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
As you guys leave, Aghi just looks at Rune and Vesper and is just like, he's pissed about something that happened 700 years ago.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you know?
Orc raids.
Sailix is going to
Do you
lean
know-
across the table. Not how to gamble, apparently.
I don't know.
What about the
what
orc
you're
raids
talking
and the
about.
king?
Aghi just kind of shakes her head.
All the dwarves are staring at you.
Well, I guess all I know is that he killed hundreds of orcs. But I think we killed more of them.
All right.
But
Not a dick measuring contest.
no.
And
Aghi's not good.
It was a long time ago.
Look, all I know is what I was taught growing up. And it's not the dwarven version of it. I know that we took the city of Sagorok. It's a 12-year siege. And whatever the hell was out there, the undead things, whatever it is that we saw, that's part of King Harold's army is what people think.
Behind Rune, the head of the Guild of Faith, Fraston, he'll wave his hand. That's a pain history.
700 years.
Let us tell it. Yeah, we died here. We starved. Here, we're still paying the price.
Should move on. But she'll go quiet.
Rune and Vesperin. Do you head for that last vote?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
As you turn and head down the stairs, you see over at the bar. Collarun is actually sitting at the bar, next to him. A woman in a hood. The hood drops. You see, like, a blonde white hair down the shoulders. She's speaking with him as you make your way down the stairs. Rune, you've got one name for this person. And it's been a while. You've known this person for quite some time by now, huh? She turns.
Don't even.
You see, well, I suppose the name's Eva, but nickname is Poppy. She turns. It's your little sister. All grown up. That's where we're gonna end it tonight, guys. I'm just gonna take a second to let that sit for a second for my favorite viewers.
Yo, you fucking what? Fucking what, mate?
I
take
was
another
so
second.
worried about that reveal, and I am much happier now.
Yeah, it was intentional.
I tutored her in another life.
Yeah, didn't you?
Did I hear right about sister?
That's your little sister Eva.
That's my little that's my
Of
little
Aristil.
sister. Yeah.
If that
yeah.
now rings a bell, doesn't it?
Oh man, I
Oh,
can't
yeah,
wait to have
it's-
Sailix kill her.
It sure
Um,
does.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
but we do promptly cut it there, huh?
Because it's
Well,
after midnight.
it is well after midnight, but I needed that reveal, and I needed you guys to think it was pause for a second. That was fucking
Oh,
great.
man.
Thank you for watching. This has been episode 39 of Age of Ashes. We will pick up right where we left off with our 40th episode next week, starting at the same time. So follow or subscribe, or catch it on YouTube a week later. But we're gonna do the cast outros and then go to bed. Let's start with Mr. Smith. How you feeling?
Fuck off. I'm done. Yeah, Mr. Smith.
That okay? All right, Spence.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Spence, and if you didn't know, you can find Mr. Smith at IamMrSmith.com. I am Spence. I played Monica Freerunner, and I heard we're starving to death, and I went, oh dear, this is something I must fix. You can find me here on Twitch as Resident Moon.
Sam, who played Aghi this session, but last session very knowingly played Ruth's younger sister.
True. Yeah, Sam played Aghi, played Poppy. Was not expecting to see Poppy again already.
Oh
Or
yeah,
guess
no,
Ava.
yep. Pulled a tricky on you there.
Oh man. No, but yeah, you can find me at Scribbling Penny. I don't do much. Make sure you check out our Patreon and all that stuff. And yeah, Augie's not a historian, so that's bad.
Jen.
Hey, I'm Jen. I go by Savage Sparrow on the internet. I played the Vesperin tonight, the sea elf rogue with the murder knife. I run an awesome shop called SavageSparrow.com. We sell amazing, nerdy apparel and accessories. And if you're looking for any of the geeks in your life to have super awesome gifts by Christmas, this week, I'm pretty sure is the last week we can guarantee shipping by Christmas. So get stuff in.
Last but not least, Daniel.
Hi guys, I'm Daniel. I was directing tonight and also playing Sailix Lavendale, who is the worst at making friends, and even the worst at being a father. But
they're all alive.
And I've also learned a new thing: always get last names for characters, because I thought Poppy just didn't have a last name.
Oh
But,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
whatever. That's
yep.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, I knew it was sensitive information, so we went by a nickname.
Anyway, we got another campaign coming up in starting on January 15th. We're going to be running a little mini campaign for newer players with some vets to kind of help carry them through and show them the ropes of our Pathfinder game. So definitely come in and check us out there. It's going to be lots of fun. But yeah, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the heart for a follow and all the good stuff. And we will see you soon.
All right. I literally can't think of anything right now. I'm absolutely fried and so excited. We will pick up exactly where we left off. I'm not touching anything. This is a two-parter, baby. And it's going to be our 40th episode. That's really special to me. So just be here next week. But also go to bed. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.